Hello there, and we are live. See ya, ladies and gentlemen. See, you're welcome to episode 2, yeah, season 1 of the Football Fever with Claude and my guy Nas. See ya, guys. We're
Big
expecting
up.
one or two. I've seen, I've seen this
Oi,
guy.
Ian. Man,
I've seen this
hour.
guy from Liverpool. Yeah, just
He's
laughing,
in the
man.
changing
Just
rooms.
laughing, man. He's in the changing room, man. See, the band is coming together. Wolfie is in the
What
house.
more
Yeah.
players were both
Wolfie
fucking
is
Big
us?
up,
in the house.
brothers.
See,
Big
The
up,
guys,
man.
the drummer
guys,
arrived at the last minute. Now we're
guys,
back.
Oi,
guys. See you, man. See, Wolfie, I saw you on Jazzy's show because I popped in
yeah,
there,
so
for a while. So thanks for you to, come around, to the show. But see, yeah, episode 2, season 1, me and my guy Nas, we're up in this, yeah. Nas, introduce our guests, man. We have cool guests around here, man. Talk to us,
bro, we
man.
got
Let
the
me know our
legendary
guests.
man that's been streaming all day, literally
Oh,
morning till night. We got Simon, aka Wolf, aka Wolfgang Division in the house. And
mm,
then, like, obviously, we've
What's
got
this?
another Donny who's also been streaming. Like, Yamcha, we got the guy, the Energy G. So he's streaming all day, every day, bruv. Like, come on. I know you came out from the illness, you got to go twice as hard, but flipping. No, you got the energy, man, both of you.
Oh, you just made me look like some shit gladiator.
Bro, all right, okay, Super Saiyan Blue.
see, guys, yeah. See, I want to introduce this guy, yeah, of course. See, Liverpool fan extraordinaire. See, you can't outbox this guy, yeah. When it comes to Liverpool talkings and
that
Liverpool
that way.
yannings, this guy's a brother from the yardie, yeah. See, guys, Anfield, Uncle Rods, welcome to the show, Billy. Billy, how you doing?
Yeah, listen, big respect to you, Tony, man. Big respect for you to invite
Mm,
me on the show. Listen,
mm,
excuse me, you've been rocking me for a minute, you know what I mean? You've been following me
mm.
out for a minute now still, you know what I mean? Giving me tips and sort of like advice on how to do my channel and so forth and that. So,
Yeah.
like, listen, maximum respect goes out to you. Thank you for having me on the show.
Bro, look at your background, fam. You know what you're doing now.
Yeah,
I
well,
know, bro.
listen, at the end of the day, sort of like it's getting tips at the end of the day from likes of yourself, Tony, and certain other people
Mm.
at the day. Do you know what I mean? So I have to big you guys up, man, because you guys at the day sort of like, help me on my journey into where I've
Yeah.
got. You understand what I'm getting at? So like,
Mm.
listen, so as I said today, when you call me today, any time at the day that you need me on your show, I'm there, bro. I am there.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah, and Rod, yeah, see, yeah, I really do think that you too, you have to big up yourself because you too, you've been steady on the grind, man, always on the grind,
paying
and
off.
even when things were down, you see, man, you looked up, you were always running forward, see, and that's part of the problems we face, yeah, when we come around and we see one or two people just, in the charts, all these guys, they just lose hope, they just lose
Yeah.
hope. Yeah, I remember when it used to be like one, two people that comes to your
Yeah.
show. Even my own show too. Same thing. It happens at times.
And let me say,
But yeah, exactly. But we keep still grinding. Yeah, we still
one
grind and
time,
Wait,
one
wait, wait.
time,
exactly, man. And see where you've taken your channel to. So
yeah.
big
So
up yourself too, because you too, man. You've put in the work too.
I sorry to cut across you, but like, there were certain times that the day I won't get in no chats in my thing.
Mm,
Nobody was like interacting with me in
true.
chat, and I
Mm,
literally had to just do the show like blind. You know what I mean?
Jeez. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Blind,
yeah.
yeah.
do you know what I mean? I've had situations at the day, right? Where I've had like one person in, but you just got
Mm,
to keep on going. You know what it is at the day is this: what you got to do, you got to love what you're doing.
yeah.
You have to love what you're doing. If you don't love what you're doing and think that when it comes to content creating, there's no
Yeah.
point.
That's the point.
And
Yeah.
we all
See.
love our clubs, right?
Yeah, and of course we all love our clubs.
Of course.
Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal. See, yeah, guys, I'll give this guy a proper befitting one. Yeah, see, guys, yeah. No other person. My guy from Chelsea Football Club, yeah, guys. Woofy! Ah, woo!
I'm not even gonna do it.
Rules of
Is
G.
Oh,
here,
Wolfpack.
guys. Is here, guys.
Cheers, Rod.
Fresh from Jersey Show. Yeah. See, it's a different blessing when you're coming from Jersey Show because the hotness is still down there. I just hope you would just blow all that hotness into the show too, man. You're welcome to the show, Simon. How you
Drawing
doing?
All
that
right, mate.
hotness. Yeah, I was a little
Oh,
bit late, but I was just a teeny weeny bit. But yeah, I'm good, thanks, Tony. Big up Uncle Rods as well. Bless him. He
Mm.
came into one of my streams earlier as well. Bless him. I just caught it right at the last. Big up everyone. Hope everyone's good. And yes, Naz was right. This is like my third or fourth stream today. So damn, my eyes are ringing right now.
Exactly, man. Yeah.
It's your
You have to
fourth, bro.
pay the cost to be the boss. Yeah. Me and this guy when we first started, we were everywhere. Me, Rods, this guy, we were everywhere trying to jostle, and everything. But it's all good. See it, guys. Yeah. See, serious issues. Yeah. Serious issues on board. Yeah. This week. Yeah. Lots of games. The Premiership is back. Yeah. But is there any standout? Let's look into this international break a little bit. Yeah, is there any standout, performances in this international break,
12
that
nil.
that we should look into?
Well, there was that.
Anyone?
Did you see the 12 nil game?
What about
The one
France?
with France, I think it's 14-0.
That was 14.
And you know, yeah,
It's not 12-0.
Gibraltar,
It's 14-0.
but Gibraltar, yeah, they won't allow basically they won't allow English players to play for Gibraltar. And imagine English players to play for Gibraltar. It will just basically be full of Championship and Premiership B English class players. But they weren't even allowing that. So Gibraltar had to play with some dead team. You have to be born there, yeah. And they got smashed 12-0. Mbappe got 4 goals or something.
It's not 12. It's 14. It's
14. I was at
It's
12 when I left.
14-0.
It was like 90 minutes though.
That's when you left. When you come back.
I think you left, man.
I come back in 5 minutes, 2 goals. Bruv, Gibraltar got smashed. I wish they changed that rule. They let them take English players. Yeah, that'd be sick. Bear man from the Championship will go there. But 12-0 that game. And then the next game, France drew. And I was like, they're not all that, man. I don't trust this France team. But the international, man, you can never really judge them until it's competition time.
Judge until,
and obviously, you guys are going to talk about the Brazil-Argentina game, right?
Yeah, that was about
definitely,
the other
we'll
standout,
talk
isn't
about
it,
that
really?
one.
But you know what?
That was like an MMA match.
Do you know what? Yeah. Do you know what? Just to say something.
Yeah.
You know all
Yeah.
the things like Gibraltar, San Marino, Malta, and all that sort of thing. There, what them teams there supposed to be putting this? What's that thing they played? They got a tournament, didn't they?
Nations League.
Huh?
Well, the Nations League, is that what you're saying?
They're supposed to be put into.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be for them. Yeah, that was supposed to be for them, and where they play each other and everything that, right? And obviously, the winner of that like mini tournament gets put into a group. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of having sort of like Gibraltar, San Marino, and all those sort of teams, right? Playing these superpower nations like France, Belgium, England, and so forth, and getting beat like sort of like 12 or 14-0. Because you look at it and they, right, France has beaten them 12 or 14-0. What have they learned from that game? They ain't learned nothing from that game because the next game they played, they drew, didn't they?
Yeah, they drew.
To me, at the end of the day,
It
doesn't really make no sense at the end of the day that France playing Gibraltar, France playing San Marino, France playing Cyprus, France playing Malta.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They should all those sort of teams there, like them small nation teams, yeah. Which actually, in respect to the day of like England, Germany, and so forth, right? They're small nation teams. All their small nation teams should be put in a group. They play a tournament, yeah, and the winner at the end of the day of that tournament gets to go into sort of like represent their country in the Euros or whatever. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It makes sense, but it doesn't make money, so they're not going to do it.
I know, that's what I'm trying to say. They'd rather see sort of like France at the day whack up fucking whack up sort of like
no, bro. No, you're free, man.
I don't really want to swear.
Whack up.
I don't really want to swear a lot, so that's why.
Yeah, sure.
A lot.
They bad them up.
Moderate.
They're gonna get whacked up like 12 or 14-0 at the end of the day, right? Doesn't do nothing for their nation and they because it's demoralizing to their nation, right? France don't learn nothing out of it. Do you know what I mean? And the only people that they will sort of like that are sort of like got an advantage in it is FIFA where they're making all that money.
when they're making all that money. But see, I'll come to you, of course, Wolfie. Yeah, is there any of these games, yeah, that really stood out for you?
Well, there is, but for the wrong reasons. I got to talk about the Argentina Brazil game
Mm.
because it just shows
That
how.
was very rough, man.
Yeah,
Very
no,
rough game, man.
I
Mm.
know. But the thing is, it shows how bad the officiating is now, just all around. Big up Omi in the chat, by the way, he just popped in.
Big
I
ups everyone in the
but,
chart, yeah. Big ups everyone. Big ups the
un-
man, them, yeah.
but unfortunately, it just goes to show how still lax we are when it comes to the rules and keeping like things in football. It's Brazil Argentina. It's arguably the most heated international rivalry there is, right?
True.
And it's at the Maracanã. Now you could, if you're Brazilian and you're at Americana and you lose to Argentina, there ain't no other answer. You're gonna flip off your lid because
100%.
they're the old enemy. You know, no, but no, trust me, it's
It's
like Man
crazy.
United, Liverpool. It's deep seat
Yeah,
hate,
yeah.
deep
Mm.
seat
It's
hate.
worse
Now,
than that, bro. This is South America, fam.
well, yeah, these guys don't. Hey, bro, they shoot up the team buses, bro. They don't play over there, bro. They don't. No, they
Mm.
don't. They have. I've seen them do it. So
Yeah,
like,
they're not best. They don't play.
Like, there's like
And
100,000 of
and
them in the stadium.
and Brazil was up front with lots of strikers. Like up front was stacked. Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, like it was stacked. Yeah, Rafinha was also in the mix too,
Mhm.
and they couldn't actually still
with,
touch Argentina. Where where that where it
that's the
hurt.
problem.
Yeah, I
That's
was really thinking
that.
that there was enough firepower for Brazil to just kind of like a little bit edge Argentina, but Argentina, man, they're looking good.
Well,
They're
that's
looking
the
They
good.
got
point.
beaten against Uruguay, didn't they? Uruguay beat them, didn't they?
Uruguay beat them,
Yeah,
Yeah.
stopped their unbeaten run. I think that they had a 14 game unbeaten run.
yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Argentina, right? And Uruguay, and of course the guy from Anfield Rods Club, yeah, Nunes, scoring for Uruguay
they scored
on
twice.
the
They
day
scored
and
twice. Yeah.
truncating exactly.
But,
So,
but the
but
thing is,
again, yeah,
just
Wolfie.
quickly, but the thing is, don't forget, Argentina are still on the back of a World Cup win,
Yeah,
Mm,
and
yeah.
mm,
and that is something I guarantee you in the stadium, the Argentinian fans are winding the Brazilian fans up
Oh
about.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
and the
yeah,
thing
yeah.
is, one thing about Brazil side itself that I believe that's the first time they've ever lost a World Cup qualifier at the Maracanã.
No
Yeah,
way.
That's actually a fact. Even I was not.
Oh, that's a bad omen, hey?
And to
yeah. That's
lose
a
it
bad
to
one.
Argentina,
Your biggest rival.
your
It's a
most hated
disgrace.
enemy, your most
It's
hated
a
It could be
sworn
Uruguay or
enemy. It's a
something.
disgrace. It's a
right. So,
disgrace.
and I'm not being funny. If the players themselves have to come out on into the and try and stop police from smashing in fans' head with batons, like it should never have got to that point. And I'm not going
Mm,
to go too much into the officiating of the game, but because some of it was a bit atrocious. But I
yeah.
think with what should have been bared in mind was the Brazil team is nowhere near as good as what it was, and for the first time in maybe about 60 or 70 years, no one idolizes Brazil at the moment. There's no name. What's their last greatest footballer? Neymar, and he's a crop piece of rubbish now. So,
But again, is it that Brazil are lacking stars right now?
but
Because
they lack talent.
sincerely, yeah, I can't recognize this Brazilian team.
That's what I
It,
mean. They lack talent all round the
Well,
pitch.
ain't Ancelotti
wait,
supposed
wait,
to?
wait, but
Ain't
wait, but
Ancelotti
again, you can't tell me Martinelli enter talent. Yeah, you can't tell me Rafinha
no, man,
enter
no, man,
talent. You can't
Martin.
tell me
Wait. They
Paqueta
have
enter talent. Yeah, come on,
Yeah,
they,
but
man.
it's only
right.
a few, and
Yeah,
they're not world beaters.
they still play Thiago Silva. We play him because he's
And
on our
and
books, and
that's a
we try
guy
and
from your
reserve
football
him.
club,
No,
right?
no, 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 no. But no. No. The reason why I say that is because if you see what I'm talking about in terms of a generational footballer, right? This is at the age where normally footballers are tucked in. The only
Yeah.
ones you can think of really that still do that are Ronaldo, Messi, and Thiago Silva.
Yeah,
And these guys are supposedly exceptional generational footballers.
footballers. Yeah,
It's
But the
true.
thing is,
Generational.
yeah, that's the thing. But the thing is with Brazil, when you look at it, right, what's the hottest talent they got? Endrick, and he's 18.
Yeah.
exactly.
So you're looking at the rest of the pitch. Don't get me wrong, Martinelli's talented. Jesus is talented. All these attacking players you've just mentioned, but is Richarlison talented?
No.
Is it? Like that's who that's looting your line most of the time. When you think of the most, okay, other than maybe Everton from Porto, and I think he moved now. I think he went somewhere else.
Vinny,
Yeah,
I
but
think this,
it's not all round now.
but again, they still have Vinicius Junior in that team.
But he
Yeah, they
can't
still have
defend.
Rafinha in that team. They still have Paqueta in that team. They
Rafinha is
still have
All attacking players.
But do you know
all
what?
attack.
Do you know what? Saying that, yeah. You say about Richarlison, he does usually have a good World Cup and World Cup qualifiers. He does actually kind of
True.
like turn it on. I don't know what it is about like representing his country, but he plays much more better for his country than
And he
what he
does his
plays
club.
for his club team. Do you know what I mean? So I can
Yeah.
understand at the day having Richarlison, but you see what it is at the day with Brazil. That I didn't see the game, so I don't know about. I don't really know about the officiating and this and that. But I can go on sort of like watching Brazil from past and present. You know, I can go on that. And what it is with sort of like Brazil at the day, I've gone by this situation like you know what the day, right? If you score one against us, we'll score three against you. We've
Yeah,
got the players to do it. Do you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because if
yeah.
you look at the players at the day, Brazilian players from the past and everything that they've had some ballers, and they can do that. They can like if you score against them, they'll put three past you. But what it is at the day with that sort of like analogy and the way of doing things, you can't do that all the time. There's gonna be
Yeah.
times at the day somebody scores against you, and you'll be lucky to score against them. I mean,
Mhm.
not being funny today. If you look at it, right, they lost an American the
Mhm.
other night. That's not only that's not their disgraceful defeat or embarrassing defeat today. Remember the day, right?
Germany.
If you go back 10 years ago or so, they got whopped
Germany.
against Germany, and that was in Brazil.
And that was
At
in
That was
home.
Brazil.
in Brazil. They got
Exactly.
beaten 7-0 in
Yeah.
Brazil. Do you know what I
Mm.
mean? The
David
7-0
Luiz cried.
1 or something like that. They got their backsides handed to them. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
So this,
Mm.
with Argentina beating them and the thing, I mean, as I said, I don't know much about the affiliating because I never saw the game. But what I'm trying to say, if you take that sort of like bad affiliating out the game, yeah, right, you can probably arguably say it in there, right, that was a beating from Argentina that was long time coming. That
Long
was
time
gonna happen.
coming.
That was going to happen sooner or
Oh,
later.
Mm.
That was going to happen.
okay. See, you take a lead on this one, Nas. Yeah. See, injuries. I heard that there's in the Premiership alone, there's up to 100 and something injuries. See, guys, yeah, what is going on? I heard that there's lots of injuries around. I think it's even 50-50 for Erling Haaland to even play. In the weekend, lots of people are injured. See, take a lead on that one, man. In your team, who have survived the chop, in the
Yeah,
international.
but so from what I've been reading as well, a majority of these injuries don't happen during the game. They happen during training.
Hmm.
So it means a lot of these clubs are obviously, taking in these new trending training. I mean, remember when Wenger came, they said it changed. This is 2023 now. We've changed so much. Like we've tried to make the supreme super athlete, and I'm sure every team, top team, is pushing their athletes beyond even the lower teams. Like the Premier League's hard,
Well, again,
and then
but
it's the games
it's
as
not
well
even in
being
the
back to
club
back.
side. Yeah, I'm talking of in the countryside also, like in their international countries. Lots of
People
injuries
get
have been
pissed because they're
reported.
like, "Oh, my player's gonna get injured internationally," and I'm one of those guys. I'm always happy when someone doesn't go to England. I'm like Sterling, fine. Reece James, that's fine. That's cool. Bless.
Mm.
Whatever. All these call ups. Like how much of these call ups are meaningless? So many of them. Like a Cole Palmer, I get that. That's different. First time. All right, you're still young, but a lot of these players, I'm happy when they don't play. I prefer when they don't play. But I can't blame internationals, man. I can't blame internationals because I'm sure if we done a research into it, it won't be more than 20-30%. It won't be a majority like training is. But yeah, no one really, no one really wants to play international these days.
Yeah, Raj, what do you think about that, man?
I mean,
Do you think it's too much? Yeah, nations, European qualifiers, friendlies. Is
Afcon,
Afghan is coming up? Afghan nations.
exactly, bro. It's mad.
Bro, and see, isn't all these games, yeah, just to choke top, yeah, for these players, mostly in our club sides. That mind you, we have the Carabao Cup that that's also gonna be going on too. There's also the FA Cup that will be coming up too. The Premier League is also as intense as ever. Klopp was shouting and saying, "Man, come, what's going on? My players will just be coming back from internationals, and hey, 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 look who we got here, Manchester City." See, yeah, Rod, what's your take on that one, man?
My thought in is that we do play far too many games. We do. It's just obvious. We do far too many games. Look at this. Carabao Cup, yeah. You got then you got like if you're in the Champions League, yeah, or now
Conference League.
yeah yeah, but Champions League. But then you got like obviously you got Europa Cup, then you got Europa Conference League, and then they. So basically, what they've actually done at the end of the day, right, with the Europa Conference League, they brought back. Do you remember the Cup Winners' Cup?
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
they brought that back, but changed the name. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you've got that, right?
Mm.
Right. So then at the day in January, and then you got the FA Cup. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
not forgetting that the day in between that, you got internationals as well. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm.
So you got all that and everything that, right? Then at the day, right, they decided at the day to sort of like to balance the game and everything that, right? They're gonna sort of like literally sort of like add more time on the game. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because if you notice now and everything that, right, most of the games at the day, right, the stoppage time is nothing below 4 minutes. You know what I mean? So literally, it's 4 minutes upwards. I've seen 10 minutes. I've seen 10 minutes extra time. So all this stuff and everything, when you put all that together, all that in the day, physically in the day, is too demanding on a human being. It's literally
Mm.
too demanding. But what they're thinking about is this: if these guys in the day is like getting so like 300 or 400 grand a week and everything that, and if you're Harden, if you're lucky enough to be Harden, you're getting nearly a mil a week, yeah, right? If that's the case, then well, you should be able to play that thing there. You should be able to do it. It doesn't work like that. They're still
Mm.
at the end of the day, they're still human beings. They're not robots.
Mm.
The physical demand that we put on our players. Look at Robertson. Robertson's gone off to play with his country today, right? And he's got a shoulder injury. That's going to keep him out till January.
Yeah,
Do you know what I
definitely,
mean?
definitely.
Harlan that day got injured on international duty. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But some of these injuries do happen at the day, obviously in the league and everything like De Bruyne. De Bruyne was injured before, obviously, internationals on and so forth. But the physical demand at the end of the day that is put on players at the end of the day, right, it's ridiculous. And I
Mm.
always say, as long as these people at the day can make money out of this and everything that
Mm.
they don't care. They do not care. They will do that. Look, all right. Look at the Man City game. Look at the Man City game. Right, that game at the day was originally at the day scheduled for 4:30. You know what I mean? Originally scheduled
Yeah.
4:30. For some reason at the day, right? Do you know what I mean? They're talking about policing and all this sort of thing there. So now at the day they're putting it on 12:30 on Saturday, when most of the people at the day sort of like are coming off international duty, right?
Mm.
All right for sort of like it's all right for Man City because quite a few Man City players haven't gone off on international duty. Do you know what I mean? For one reason or the other. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the day, it'll be more fresher than what Liverpool team is. Like Darwin Núñez have to come all the way from Uruguay. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Yeah. Down
Mm.
to obviously to England and everything that. Yeah. And,
Yeah.
and and what people got to realize at the day when he's probably playing in South America, there's certain parts of South America he's playing that had a different altitude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Do you understand
Mm.
Mm.
what I'm saying? Now he's got to come back in the day and either be in a starting lineup for sort of like for Saturday. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just right. If you're gonna have internationals in the day, yeah. I'm not saying you want internationals, fair enough. But then what happens at the day, right? Every game on a Saturday should kick off at 3 o'clock. They should kick
Mm.
off 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock upwards. 5:30,
Yeah.
Upwards.
They
8 o'clock.
should ban 12.
Wolfie. I'll bring you in here. Yeah. See, if Chelsea, for instance, let's just say Thiago Silva comes back from that deadly game they had against Argentina, yeah, and sort of like is feeling it's a bit woozy and can't really give his a 20 cent, in the upcoming game you have this weekend. By the way, a very very big game. That's our next topic. By the way, see, yeah, will you blame the internationals if Chelsea don't get your desired target this season? W- w- Does the internationals take the blame if Chelsea Football Club, if Liverpool Football Club, if Arsenal Football Club don't achieve their aims this season?
No, I actually believe that the people responsible are the governing bodies. Like, I believe they're responsible for the chaos of the referees and the chaos with the fixture list. Because just backing up what Uncle Rod's just said, then it's not just a fact of compared to every other league that we get more. Well, every other season we get more and more international games. Right? There's three things you've
Mhm.
got to take into account. We had the World Cup in the middle of the season last season. No
Yeah,
winter break. They were traveling around. They came back. They finished off their Premier League season. They had probably one of the shortest pre-seasons I've ever seen in maybe 2, 3 weeks before a lot of them were back to their clubs again for training. Do you remember
yeah,
back in the day when it used to be 2 months dead silence?
Mm.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
and and the thing is, you're asking these guys to move around more, play more for their clubs, and play more for their countries. And we all know that as with a lot of the national leagues and stuff like that, like Unc's already pointed out, they're just doing it for extra revenue, put more games on TV, get more
Yeah.
players in the spotlight. Everyone wants for their TV rights, all that kind of thing. But the
Mhm.
main thing about England, you got to remember, compared to every other league in the planet, is a lot of competitions. Like we have the most competitions, in you can see the Community Shield as a competition, the League Cup's
Yeah.
a competition, the FA Cup's a competition, the Premier League's a competition. Whatever those four you're not in, if you're very very like happy or lucky, you might be in Europe as well.
Yeah.
So for example, for just off the top of my head, Man City have to play in at least four competitions, at least, right?
At least.
And same thing with Chelsea. We're lucky; we only have to play in three, and that's considered a bad luck because we've only got one game a week because not in Europe, and we've still got three
Mhm.
competitions to play. Where most like other leagues only have the three. They have their main cup for their whatever league they're in. They have Europe if they have it, and they have their league. We just seem to be determined to add more and more. And then you get to this season when you're getting 15 to 20 minutes added on at the end of each half.
Mm.
Oh my God. That
And
that one takes the cake.
so hang on 1 minute. So say for example, just in theory, out of these 37 games, say half of them go well, the other half you get an extra 20 minutes each game. So we'll split that in. So we'll say 17 games. So that's an extra at least what 4 hours of football.
Yeah.
Mm.
God, man. Damn.
Hey, you think it's bad? You think it's bad now? Give it a year. Give it a year.
Oh, oh my God.
Man City.
That's horrible, man.
Gossi,
And look at Andrew Bell. Look at Andrew Bell in the chart. Shout out keeping it real, Chelsea.
Straight
Shout
up,
out
man.
Andrew Bell. He says Toon has 11. That's Newcastle United. Has 11 injured
yeah,
players. I think from
you're
top
in
of
the
my
big
head.
leagues now, you Geordies. You're in
11.
the big leagues
11
now, blood.
injured players.
Or welcome back to it.
Bro,
But
It's
you
not,
know
it's
something.
not
You
any
know something.
easier.
You know something. You know something. 1 second, yeah. Just quick. Man City can actually opt out of one of those tournaments, League Cup or FA Cup. They can actually opt out of it because at the end of the day they're in this the
Mm.
World Cup club thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They can actually opt out of one. It's up to them and then they if they play the four tournaments. You know what I mean?
mm,
Because they can
mm,
actually opt out of one. Because when Man United, do you remember when Man United won the Champions League and they
Mm.
yeah,
was in the World Club thing and I think that right? They got to opt out of the FA Cup, I do believe. Yeah,
mm,
they got to opt out of the FA Cup. They had a choice, League Cup or FA Cup. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I think they're up to that, the FA Cup. So really,
mm.
Man City can actually sort of like say, well, look, we
Yeah.
don't want to play that tournament. Do you know
I
what I
hear
mean?
you. I hear what you're saying. If the board of directors were really, really kind about, you know what, thinking about our assets, I don't think I'd rather not lose that TV money. Yeah, they can play it.
Mm. See, see. There's still some, some little stuff that went on. Martin Odegaard and Erling Haaland will have to wait for for an European championship or a major championship, at least international or European. They've not qualified for both. What do you think about that? Do you think it affect the status? Yeah, of Erling Haaland and his that Ballon d'Or chase. Already, he's already scoring goals already this season. Yeah, we know he will blow it over. We know he will blow more steam. We know he might be literally the highest goal scorer this season. But again, do you think that he not qualifying for the European Championship will kind of like just dampen all hopes of getting the Ballon d'Or one of these days?
Who
To
you
you,
speak, who you talk to? Who you talk
Nas, of course.
I
to?
mean, yeah, I think he'll go into that Ibrahimovic zone. You know, remember Ibrahimovic? He couldn't really get a
Mm,
Ballon d'Or even if he had a standout season. They even seem to both have that, similar build, bit of arrogance. But yeah, I don't see him winning the Ballon d'Or unless he does a 50-goal season for a club. As for his country, it was all expected, man. We never really expected Norway to get into any of these major tournaments. Nor if they did somehow, they'll probably go out in the group stages. There's not much pressure on him either way. That's what I feel. It's like,
Oh, okay. For instance, yeah. Let's put it like this. For instance, Messi is out of the way. This generational guys, yeah. Let's just push them out of the way, yeah. Let's say Ellen Haaland, yeah, replicates what he did last season. That goes on a blitz in the Premiership, yeah, and let's say Messi is out of the way. He doesn't qualify for an European Championship, of which we've seen right now. Do you think next season is going to win the Ballon d'Or if Messi is thrown out of the picture? Not
Mm.
Nas.
I don't think so. I
If
think
he
it depends
replicates
what
what
else
happened.
happens. It depends what else happens elsewhere. They might even give it to Lewandowski if he continues scoring these goals. I mean, I feel like they will give it to Messi for this next one coming. But Haaland, he has to get 50 goals, man. 50 is where they can't deny you no more. And that's all
Mm,
competitions, of course. But
mm.
until Messi literally retires, it's going to be difficult for him.
Mm. Wolfie, what do you think about this, man? Haaland, Odegaard, this kind of players that, have been knocking on that door of, I'm trying to be world class. At least we already know that Haaland is world class, yeah.
So I
Odegaard is
don't, I
knocking
don't
on
say,
that
don't try
door.
to sneak Odegaard in there, man.
Yeah. Of course, Odegaard is
Odin
knocking on
goes.
that door, but he's not totally world class, right? Yeah.
No.
But again,
Yeah.
that team should be a team that should be, they should be doing great things. I think they have Rasmus, who's also
Oh
in
yeah.
that team too. So
Yeah, he's
that team
good.
is not. It's not really like the smallish team we're looking at it. They have big hitters in
No.
that team.
Ain't Rasmus from
Ho-
Denmark?
Is he Danish?
I
It's
think he's
Hoyland.
Danish. I think he's
Is he
Danish.
Danish? Is he
Yeah, I
Danish?
think he is.
I think
I
he
think he's
is. Okay.
Danish.
Yeah, but of course but of course when we're looking at Helen Ireland, Martin Odegaard, they have this kind of players that should carry the team. But of course, you Wolfie, what do you think about Ellen Haaland? Yeah, do you think if he replicates the same form, do you think he's gonna win the
Well,
Ballon
yeah,
d'Or
of course
anytime
he is.
soon?
Of course he is, because the only reason why you gave it to Messi last time was because of the World Cup, and there's no World Cup this year. So how
Then what
if you
about
Bro, he won the treble.
Then what about the European Championship? Because they've not qualified for the European Championship.
well, put it this way, I'm not being funny. 9 times out of 10, when someone plays for their international team, they're selected on their club form anyway.
Mm.
Mm,
That's
So
true.
mm,
I'm not being funny. The only person I can think of that ever really used to get away with that was probably Joachim Löw for Germany. He stuck with the
mm.
same players like Royce and them. Like, no matter how crock they were, they come back together
Yeah,
for the World Cup, and they're like
yeah.
Power Rangers and all that kind of
True,
thing. But,
true,
but other
true.
than that, I can't really think of. Because let's be honest, right? If Messi, right, the only reason why he got that back was because obviously of his heroics in the final of the World Cup. Like he led them as he was supposed to, and got the big trophy, and he continued to win when he went America. So you could argue that he won 4 trophies in a calendar year, win it or something like that.
Mm,
Now the question is really, because Haaland's still at City, he's still got a good Pep behind him to look after him. Man City is still in most competitions. The question is now, can Messi keep up with him playing in America?
mm, mm,
That's another thing.
mm.
So
Exactly, that's a big one.
So
That's-
the only person I can really think of now, unless like Haaland gets injured, the only person I can think of really now that can take a Ballon d'Or of him is Mbappe. But to be honest, while Mbappe's at PSG, I don't think he's ever going to win a Ballon d'Or. Not unless he has this amazing season where he bangs 50 goals and he wins them the Champions League somehow, and they do a treble in France. Because
Mm,
realistically, when you're looking at that echelon of a player, who would you really say was up there with Haaland at the moment? Like Messi, yes, debatable, but Mbappe, maybe.
Victor Osimhen.
Nah, not got the consistency. Because at least with Messi and Haaland, they consistently win. Because I'm not being funny. That's what us. You know for a fact Napoli aren't gonna win.
But Victor
But
Osimhen won the Italian Serie A last season.
yeah, I hear that.
Like,
I hear that.
yeah,
Well, Salah has more of a chance of
yeah,
winning Ballon d'Or.
and he scored lots
I'll
of
tell you
goals.
something.
Another example, Salah. Another good example.
I'll
Like
tell you something. So to cut in, I'll tell you something, right? I've been watching the Ballon d'Or and the way the Ballon d'Or is being done
It's been run.
for a long time. Do you know what I mean? And it seems like for me, and then they will do everything in their power for either Messi to win it or Ronaldo to win it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
His club form at the day wasn't really great because remember at the day, most of that time at the day, right, coming up to Ballon d'Or, he was with PSG, and then obviously he went to Inter Miami. You know what I mean? Inter Miami Beckham. Do you know what I mean? Come on now, seriously. Anyway, so he's gone there, but it's because at the day he had a good good World Cup. He done literally what he should have done as a captain. You know what I mean, of the team. And I always say on the day, right, they were lucky against France. Do you know what I mean? But their names on the trophy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah.
So they said, well, like, you know what, then we're gonna give the Ballon d'Or to Messi in the day, right? Because of the day, he had a good World Cup. They're always constantly looking for reasons to give either Messi at the end of the day, the Ballon d'Or, or Ronaldo, because it's been literally at the day for a long time now. It's either been Ronaldo winning it or Messi winning it. Ronaldo winning it or Messi winning it. Do you know what I mean? Even when you had sort of like people like Salah at the end of the day, that had
Modric won it as well.
Yeah. Well, Modric to me, and then Modric did exception to the rule because Modric at the end of the day to me, and then they should have won it a long time ago. He should Modric at the end should have done. Modric really, when you think about it, should have about at least 2 or 3 because he's such a bombastic player. Do you know what I mean?
But
I like the word, man. The bombastic.
It's true that when you look at sort of like what Messi and Ronaldo been up against. I mean, Salah and when he had his phenomenal season, and Salah, when you look at Salah scoring goals and then right, he's been consistent for 7 seasons at the day.
Very consistent.
Very consistent day. So that alone at the day that should get you a Ballon d'Or. Do you know what I mean, or something like that? But I just see it as like they always want either Messi or Ronaldo and everything, and not many other people, and they are gonna get sort of like unless
money, bro, money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. It comes back to money again, unless they have a phenomenal season where they cannot be ignored. Do you understand what I'm getting at?
But Haaland did get a phenomenal season. Come on, man. The FA Cup.
He got unlucky. The World Cup was about
the Champions League. That was a phenomenal season. And capping it all up with 50-something goals, that was phenomenal. I think he was robbed. But that's just my own thoughts.
No, you know that, and I know that. But that's what I'm trying to say. The agenda is, at the end of the day, is for sort of like either Ronaldo or Messi to win it. You know what I mean? See what happened now? Like Haaland had like a phenomenal season.
Good. So in other words, corruption in football.
Yeah, there is. They look for a reason and for Messi to win it. So they said, well, you know what? Then he had a good World Cup. He won the World Cup. Yeah, we'll give it to the Ballon d'Or to him.
I wouldn't say corruption though. I'll say bias. It's a big bias in the game.
See, corruption.
But Messi would win the Miss Universe.
It's all wrapped up.
It's all gifted to him.
It's all wrapped up in the
Big
same
up,
club.
DJ.
It's all wrapped up in the same club. Big up to everyone who have joined us, of course, in this show. See, this is the big one. Yeah. See, guys, yeah. THFC. Tottenham Hotspurs have just been indicted, yeah? Charges have been thrown on them. Yeah, exactly. By the FA. See, guys. It's pay up. See, guys, yeah? It's payback season. All this these football clubs. Only me and Rod have the right to actually laugh right
Yeah.
now. As you can see, as I'm talking about this,
You guys, man.
this Chelsea folks, you can see the face of Wolfie. Wolfie's not looking happy. Nash is only for smiling. See, guys, see.
Bro,
Let's see. Let's
bro,
tone
this
it
is
down
dirt
a
off
bit.
my shoulder, fam.
Let's tone it down a bit. See, yeah, guys, yeah. See, THFC, that's Tottenham Hotspurs, have
Thick
just been
FC.
I was
yeah,
gonna say
they
something
just
else.
charges charges have just been thrown at them for the signing of Defoe. Yeah, and this was far back, yeah. In the I think this should be in the
2008.
Oh, the EFL Cup's going to get taken away from them.
Exactly, exactly. Maybe their 1950s Premiership will be sniped away from them.
Wait,
But see, yeah, but see, yeah, guys, yeah, see. Wolfie, you take a lead on this one, yeah.
wait.
What is it? What is it with the FA, yeah, that they are snooping into the books, yeah, of every football club right now? No club is safe because right now Tottenham Hotspurs were out there calling other people cheats, but right now they are calling them cheats right now. So it seems like it's just Arsenal and Liverpool, that, that have the guts to come out right now and talk tough right now in terms of cheating and financial doping in this league. What do you think about
Financial doping.
Tottenham?
No.
Of
Wait.
course. What do you think about Tottenham Hotspurs being indicted by the FA?
We got our Tottenham back. No, I'm joking. Sorry. No. But the thing is, yeah, when it comes to Spurs, right?
Shout out to everyone in the chat, yeah. 23 people watching us right now.
We got
And of
everyone in the
course,
chat, man.
12
Keep the
from
questions
Facebook.
coming
Big
as
ups
well.
to you guys. Keep the questions coming. Big up to you guys, yeah. Big ups to all of you. Yeah, Wolfie.
The thing is with Spurs, well, the whole thing really, they're gonna look to try and get their piece of money out of everyone, isn't it? Because let's face it, they picked on Everton. They punished them extremely harsh for something that really they could have just been covered in a fine. And I know everyone's on the F City bandwagon right now, but the thing is, you got to remember, they're gonna go over everyone with a fine tooth comb. Everyone, and the thing is, you know what I don't understand here? This is a level of consistency, right? And I know Ollie's still in the chat, and I'm not talking crap about City, right? But they uncovered emails, right? That maybe about financial doping from City from 2012, right? Remember that big scandal a couple of months ago?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they said that because of the 5-year time limit, they couldn't do anything about it because the time for prosecuting them had passed. So I want a level of so why is it we're now trying to do Tottenham from 2008 when you wouldn't do Man City from 2012?
Yeah.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
That's a good point.
I'm not a lawyer, but I believe the Tottenham law applies, where Tottenham, the law's bent for them to F them over, mate.
Well, all right. Well, fair enough. But on the legit front, right? But because
Shout out to the Fight Week show. The Fight Week show.
Hey, big up, man. My
He
G,
just gave us
Ola or
2
Leroy. I think it's
pounds.
Ola.
Big ups, big
Yeah,
ups,
yeah.
big ups, big ups. Poo. He gets a poo.
Big
Big
up,
ups here to our guy, all of the Fight Week show. Guys, lots of things coming up. A great interview you just did this week, yeah. Guys, go check out the Fight Week show, yeah. Wolfie, you were saying something, man. Finish up.
Yeah, I want a level of consistency here because it seems to be one of those ones where, again, what applies to one does not apply to the other. And the fact thing is that I'm not being funny. I actually think it wasn't possible for this league to embarrass itself anymore, but they went one step further. Now that they've got Everton, they're trying to see if they can make anything stick on anybody else to tap them for money. You know what it is? It's just basically the Premier League officiating body is trying to teach all these billionaires, regardless of how much money you've got, we're still the boss, even though realistically no one respects them anyway. And the reason why no one respects them is because they don't do their jobs.
They don't do the jobs. See. I'll bring you into this one, yeah, Rod, yeah, because I have Onome, the in-house Manchester City pundit who is down here in the chart, yeah, and he's mouthing off. See, he says in the last chart here, guys, he says, "Do you really think Man City and Chelsea will get relegated? From football is business." see, Rod, yeah, are you buying into all this? Yeah, we see people who have committed, at least they've been charged, allegedly charged with 115 charges. Yeah, and we have their fan down here on Ome who's talking tough. This guy is talking tough. What do you have to say? Is it that Man City is too big a team? Yeah? Is it too big a team to get relegated? Come on, man. What are we talking about here? What is good for the goose is good for the gander. If Everton, yeah, just flouted one rule and I've been handed down that kind of harsh type of drubbing.
Mm.
Why can't City get relegated and the trophies be handed down to Liverpool and Arsenal respectively? What do you have to say about that?
I
Mostly
mean,
with this Man City fan mounting off down here that City and Chelsea can't go on relegation.
you see, that's what I'm saying. You see, what you're saying, and I 100% agree with it. Agree with it. You have to have a level of consistency, and you have to have a level of fairness. You know what I mean, if the Premier League at the end of the day is supposed to be the best Premier League in the best league in the world, well then show me.
Hmm.
Because so far I don't see it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because you have situations that day, sort of like as Wolf pointed out, is they're saying that they that like Man City couldn't get charged because the time had lapsed. The time had lapsed and everything that for anybody to do anything. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But the same rules don't apply at the end of the day with Tottenham at the end of the day, right? Even though I don't like Tottenham, but fair is fair, yeah. But the same rules don't seem to apply, yeah, to Tottenham at the end of the day, right? Because they're looking at something from 2008. What the hell? 2008 and everything that, right? And meanwhile, Man City and they have got 115 charges that they
Recently.
from 2010. No, this is all going back on
Rods is cooking, guys. It's cooking. It's
no,
cooking.
but seriously, this is all going back from 2010. So you're talking about the better years of Man City, yeah,
Mm.
better years of Man City has been a
Cheats.
fraud. It's been a fraud. That's why a lot of Man City fans will sort of like say, well, this and that, right? You know what I mean?
Mm.
You know,
Mm.
because their better years, when they became relevant in some sort of way,
Yeah.
they were frauds. They literally have been a fraud. They had
Yeah.
they had a situation where they were supposed to be banned from the Champions League, yeah, because of some shit that they was doing, yeah, right.
Mm.
They was doing some
Mm.
stuff. Now, what happened at the day, right? The decision got handed down to them, so they was suspended from into the Champions League. They then went back at the end of the day, right, and had an appeal. And the appeal at the day process at the day was in some faraway place at the day, and it was closed doors. Nobody knew nothing about what happened behind the closed door. Then they come
Oh
out
my
and said, well, look, you know what, in the day, we're gonna give them a fine and then but we still let them in the tournament. Jose Mourinho and don't get me wrong, I'm not a lover of Jose Mourinho, but I'm a lover of sense.
Mm.
I'm a lover of sense. Jose Mourinho says, well, it's either they did wrong or they didn't. You
Mm.
know what I mean? You can't find them
Jose
and then
Mourinho.
I'm doing wrong. My argument is this. This is my
Fantastic.
argument. I always say this all the time. If you've got money and
Mm.
lots of money, I mean lots of money in the day, right? You could do anything you want to in life.
True.
And
True. I agree.
this is what these Saudi the people, the Saudis that obviously back in Man City, they've got so much money at the day they can do anything they want. So what happens at the day, big man? They then become above the law. So we as mere mortals at the day have to sort of like literally at the day sort of like abide by the law, but they don't have to. I mean, look at Chelsea. Chelsea literally got suspended from the sort of like the transfer.
Yeah. From transfers.
Doing
So,
any transfer.
and
Good
then I
season.
even
Good
still see,
season.
I even still see Chelsea fans supporting this this Man City guys, yeah, like
What happened?
they
Yeah,
should even be at the forefront, even
I
say,
haven't met
hey,
one
you
Chelsea
guys
fan that's
swap
on the City
cheated.
squad.
This guy
Yeah,
cheated.
that would never
They
happen.
should strip
We're
them
like,
of
oh, we
the
broke one or
title
two rules,
and
and
send them
Abramovich
to
done it.
yeah,
No,
relegation.
but that was contracts, not financial doping
yeah. But
regarding
what I'm
younger
saying
But
is,
players.
but
yeah,
but but does it matter? Does it matter?
if it can
Well,
happen,
there's
Does it matter?
differences.
It doesn't matter. See,
There's
no. But if
but
it can
again,
happen to Chelsea, my
it
argument
doesn't
is,
matter. It doesn't matter if it's FFP rules, if it's accountability, if it's anything. Chelsea got you guys got suspended from the transfer
you got
window.
suspended.
For,
Literally
for,
got
for,
suspended.
exactly, you literally
You
got
literally got
suspended.
suspended.
And I
The
Bro,
see some
same rules
Chelsea
apply.
fans here
it
putting up a
doesn't
case
matter.
for this
No, but
Man City.
the same rules should apply for Man City. The
I
same
don't
rules should apply for
understand it.
Man City.
I
Don't
don't
get me wrong,
understand it.
don't get me wrong, and day I support Liverpool Football Club, and I want the obviously at the end of the day I'm more interested in of the good of Liverpool, but at the end of the day, right, I am a support of fairness at the end of the day, right. Now, if at the end of the day, right, Chelsea at the end of the day can get suspended at the end of the day, right, yeah, from transfers at the end of the day because they found some irregularities in their transfers and that, right, I said, right, you know what, we could
Which
suspend.
is not what happened.
You know what I
by
mean?
the way. I hear what you're saying. That's not what happened, but I hear what you're saying.
No, but what I'm trying to say, something happened.
Yeah,
Something happened.
Contract
Something
of under 16s. It was the contract
Yeah,
of under
that's what I'm trying.
16s.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say in the day, right? It didn't conform to the law. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting to in the thing that it didn't conform to their law and the thing that, right? And therefore, you guys got suspended. In the day, right?
But
Right.
last time I checked,
Yeah, but
there's
we can
no
all- we
honor.
can all-
There's no
we can
honor.
all-
There's
Yeah,
no
but
honor
what-
among thieves.
Yeah, but we can all
What?
get past that.
There's no honor among
We
thieves.
got punished and we faced up to our punishment.
Why-
What more do you want?
And we came back from it stronger, if anything.
Listen, we
Why
can
are
get-
you putting up a defense for Man City? There's no
Who
there
put up a
shouldn't
defense
be
of- I never
there
said
shouldn't be
nothing about
honor
Man
among
City.
thieves. Yeah, the last time I the last time I checked, thieves
Oh,
are
Wolf,
dishonorable.
he's
Yeah,
shit He's shit
Chelsea
Don't worry about
and
him.
Man
He
City.
does
The way
this.
you guys are moving in a very
No, but
different
what
way,
I'm
man.
trying to say, yeah,
What's
Tony,
going
No,
on
I
there?
said we got punished
Tony,
and we faced
Tony,
up to
hear
our
what I'm gonna
crime.
say.
I never defended Man City.
No,
There's
hear
a
what I'm
difference.
saying.
Okay,
Hear what I'm saying. Tony, hear
Hey,
what
bring up the last comment.
No, hear what
yeah,
I'm saying. Yeah?
I'll
Hear what
bring
I'm
it up.
saying. Yeah? Hear what I'm saying. What I'm
Yeah.
trying to say in the day, right? If it happened to Chelsea in the day, right? Yeah,
Big
because
up, yeah.
whatever they did, it did conform to the law of like what the FA had. Yeah,
Mhm.
right. So they got suspended. They took their suspension in the day, right? They appealed against it in the right way, and the appeal went in their favor. You understand what I'm saying, right? My argument is, if the same things can happen to Everton, same things can happen to Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? And if the same things are probably going to happen to Tottenham, how in God's name is it not happening to Man City when they've got a lot more charges than
Okay.
these three teams that I just called out? They've got a lot more charges than these three teams that I just called out
Right.
put together at the day, and ain't nothing happened to them. It's not
shameful.
right.
It's shameful. It's not right.
I mean,
It's
what
not
do
right.
you want, though? What do you want?
Arsenal and Liverpool playing by the books, and Chelsea, Man City are cooking the books, allegedly cooking the books,
Allegedly.
and again, we can see the whole backdoor way, backdoor, like all these backdoor corner stories, in which Chelsea
We
is using
reported
to buy up
ourselves
players,
about backdoors.
buying up
We
players,
reported
like
ourselves.
just
what are you talking
going
about?
behind and doing all these things, and it's cheating. And these guys are winning trophies. These guys are doing well. They're getting money. While Arsenal,
wait.
While Arsenal is not getting the
The
money.
trophies are coming in,
Arsenal
man.
Yeah,
is not
that's
getting
the
money.
thing.
So-
That's the success. Because if we do this
and
for
see,
flopping, you
Man
wouldn't say
City,
nothing.
Man City just released, a huge turnover
Big up,
just
man.
a couple of weeks ago.
They got, man.
Huge turnover. Where are they
Yeah,
getting
man.
this
They
money
sell the
from?
most stuff in the world. They're the most famous club.
How many fans do these guys have? Do they have a bigger fan
They
base
got
than
10
Manchester
billion
United?
fans, Man City.
Bro,
facts.
I
They
don't think
got that,
so, man.
man.
I don't think so. I
Look,
don't
we've got
think
10.
Manchester
They
City
done a
fan
treble,
base
man.
is bigger than Manchester United. It's not true. These guys aren't making money better than Manchester United in terms of merchandise sales. Okay, good. It's okay if you say good. They made lots of money from Champions League win, the FA Cup win, but that's just only 1 year. I know they've been winning series of league titles. I get that, but come on, man, follow the money, FA, if you want to really get through, the true picture of what's really happening. follow the money. I don't like Man City. I don't like Man City. See ya, guys.
Boy.
See.
He's shameless. He's an
Nas.
Arsenal fan. He's shameless.
Bruv, the
See,
only money they're
see,
following is the fine money to their bank accounts. They're
Come
gonna
on, man.
take that money.
Come on,
That's
the
don't give
record.
them a little whatever and transfer back. They want that big boy fine money. And I reckon they're gonna get it. And the UEFA and the FA are gonna be dancing. They're gonna do it against City. And City's
Yeah.
like, well, we already have. We already have. We're number one club in the world. So do us again. You know, we'll take it with no lube. A billion, a two.
Nas, you
We'll
take a
take it
lead
with
on
no
this
loot.
one.
What?
Nas, you take a lead on this one just before Wolfie will come into this one too. Yeah.
I
See,
mean, I will
um,
probably agree with my lot of points. No Chelsea fans are really defending City. We do want harsh punishments for them, but nothing crazy like stripping the titles away. That I don't know how that would even work, but
yeah. But you
relegation
support,
that makes sense. Just
but
point
you support
deduction.
what,
Yeah,
you
but
support what
if
Everton
they
is going
find
through. Yeah, you
if they
support what
found
Everton is
guilty,
going through.
It
It's not
affects you
fair.
two the
Where is
most. You
the
know that
fairness?
Liverpool and Arsenal.
no,
Where
no,
is the
in
fairness?
Italy,
Where is the fairness? You
in
don't want
Italy,
Man City. You don't want
Fair.
Man City to
Where is the
get
justice?
in the books, but you want
Justice.
Everton to be ripped off 10 points and to be thrown down to the relegation battle.
rather
But
than
you
a shoot.
prefer Man City to sit at the top, win another league title by
I'm gonna have a
cheating
fight with you in a
and
minute.
all this stuff.
Yeah.
No. It's not fair, man. See, I thought I was dealing with fair guys, man.
Right,
But
what
where's
week
the
you
That
in?
fairness?
is so the worst.
Where's the
You're so
where's the
judgmental.
fairness?
Yeah. What is
Where's the
this? Is this
fairness?
cool?
See,
Are
these
you the
guys will
judge?
No,
trample.
give us
These
a
guys
no.
will trample on the poor.
Give
Guys
us
in
a
the
No,
no,
chat,
brother.
are you
no,
seeing?
you
These
know,
guys
Robin
will
Hood up in
trample on
here.
the
bro,
poor.
Brother.
I'm
Hear
not
what
even.
I'm saying. Let me just say something. Let me just say something. Right? If it comes down to the fact at the end of the day that Man City at the end of the day should get the title stripped away from them, so be it. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah, that's my guy.
the fact at the end of the day is this, at the end of the day, right? I'll go back to Chelsea again, yeah?
Mm.
When at the end of the day, sort of like there was irregularities, you know, of what sort of, you know what I mean, with what they done, yeah? Right?
Mm.
Whatever they done didn't conform at the end of the day to the transfer, this and that, blah, blah, blah. What it is at the end of the day, right? They want no Man City fan coming out and saying that they will Chelsea shouldn't be stripped from the transfers, being able to transfer. And no Chelsea, no Man City fan coming out and saying jack shit. You know from that, right?
Jack shit.
If you got
True.
a punishment,
The
which
fact,
is
the
big,
fact.
if you got a punishment in the day,
Mm.
right, which is handed down to them for that, you do it. If you can't do the time, don't do the crime. Simple as
Don't
that.
do the crime. Don't do the crime. Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
cheat if you know you can't pay.
They're gonna
If you
do
know,
that time.
you don't want to, get relegated and leave the trophies handed down to Arsenal and Liverpool, then don't
Oh,
do the
now you.
crime. You committed the crime. You have to pay. You
Oi.
have to pay. Big up and shout out to all of the Fight Week show. Yeah,
Yo,
it
man,
drops
telling you
across
about you ain't
panda
going.
for us. Yeah,
Listen,
and
man,
see,
say
yeah,
you ain't going to
the
the
Fight
Champions
Week
League.
show.
You know?
The Fight Week
Huh?
show says, yeah,
Man,
he
That's
says,
that-
Leroy. That isn't Ola. That's Leroy.
okay, is that Leroy? Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Uh, uh,
homeless.
He'll think like that. I'm
Yeah.
homeless and I
hey,
still
what a
throw
man. I'm
rocks. Shameless like
homeless.
that.
I'm
Yeah,
still
that's
throwing
Leroy, man.
rocks.
that's
I'm
hopeless.
shameless like that. See, yeah,
Hola.
see,
You crazy,
guys
young
in the
The
man.
radio
chat,
guy hates
everyone.
Chelsea.
See, this question goes to both, of course. It goes to both Nas and, of course, Wolfie. Yeah, see, just this week, guys in the chat, if you ever thought that there is no corruption in the FA, yeah, just look at this and tell me there's no corruption and money passing hands. See, listen, just this week, yeah, 2 days ago, yeah, a law was being passed, yeah, by 20 football clubs in the Premiership, yeah, and they passed on this law that would allow clubs that have a sister-owned club, like if they own another club, they can be
Strasbourg.
able to loan players from that football club with no problems. So, in other words, a club like Newcastle can now go and bring in Ruben Neves from PIF Al Hilal. Of course, PIF are the owners of both Newcastle and the owners of both Al Hilal. So these guys can go now, yeah, and go
Mm.
and get a player from Al Hilal. Example, Ruben Neves, that they, mind you, Tonali has been docked and banned for 10 good months for of course gambling, definitely. Of course, you guys know about that. So right now, this guy's thought of a better way to go bring in a defensive midfielder. Ruben Neves is down there, yeah. And right now, 20 other football clubs have given this guy the license to actually go and get this guy from Al Hilal. How do you see it?
Bruv,
Doesn't
everyone
this
should get
reek of
themselves a sister
corruption?
club.
Doesn't this reek of corruption to you?
I mean, no, they're making it in a way where it's going to be, they're putting laws on it. It's not like it's free for all. It's being well regulated. Everyone should be getting a sister club, and it probably will happen. You guys speak like you're not billionaires. Your owner's richer than our owner, both of yours. Yeah, so they could buy as many flipping clubs as they want outside, whether it's in South
But he's
America,
not
my
cheating.
my
But
my,
he's
my homeland Saudi,
combating
or
the
even
rules.
in
He's
wherever, bro. Like, get your clubs, get them in. Like, don't hate. You know what I'm saying? My boy Strasbourg Steve, he was stressing when we brought his team, but it is what it is. I lie, Wolf.
Yeah, man.
Wolfie.
I'm just watching it all go by me right now.
Oh
Like.
my God! I'm just seeing.
Get yourself a club.
Just,
Get
just
yourself
seeing
a
my
second.
friend
It's like
for the
having
rich.
multiple wives. Get yourself another
The rich
club.
are powerful. Oh my God!
I ain't said nothing yet. I'm
Nuts
still waiting to
is
answer
sticking
the
up for
last
the rich
one,
and
and
powerful.
you got me another
Wolfie,
question.
Wolfie sticking up for the rich and powerful.
Oh,
This
man.
guy's a
I never
forgotten
said
that
a
way.
You
word.
got your main one, and then you got your sighting, innit?
I never said a damn word.
Wolfie, yeah, man. Yeah,
I'm
Wolfie.
going.
Oh, man.
Sod this, man. I'm going off to eat some chicken, man. Like this.
Just allow it.
nah. In fairness, right? I tell you, what, it's one of those things. Yeah, it's not necessarily that bad in terms of having a sister club, in terms of a feeder club, because feeder clubs used to be something that all Premier League clubs had.
Yeah.
And Arsenal
Yeah.
fans had the French market on lock with Arsene Wenger coming over. When all the French Africans players come out of France in Ligue 1, they came
But
to.
again, we did not own a French sister
The
club.
whole let the man
You
talk.
had a
We did not own
monopoly
a
that
French
you
sister
lost.
club. That's the
Yeah, I
difference.
hear what you're saying.
Don't you
had a
You
understand?
monopoly.
did, though. You had Arsene
Don't-
Wenger. He is the French system.
No. Listen to what I'm saying.
This guy support the rich and the powerful.
I never
Can you
said
see?
that. What I said was certain
No,
times.
but you don't have to say it. I'm
No,
not saying that the
totally,
rich and the
man,
powerful is
totally.
bad. I'm not saying that.
I never said
I'm
that
just saying
either.
you have to be fair. You have to be
Yeah, this is
fair.
my G. I'm trying to ban up my
Where's your
G.
fairness?
And my G, this is her. I'm trying to ban him up. No, trying to ban my G.
This is waffling, bruv. This is bird's eye right now. Do you know what I'm saying? This is Captain Bird's Eye right now. I'm on a ship right now.
Oh, man.
Hey, Wolfie, we said man's Captain Birdseye and shit.
I mean, like, Titanic, bruv. Titanic, brethren. Titanic. We go down soon, you know.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
No.
Naz, I told you for a long time, this is my G, you know. I told you for a long time. I'm my G, this, you know. I'm my G. Go and tell them.
Big up, man.
Go to them.
Right, but going back to my original, I don't even know what question are we on?
Oh,
right,
my
yeah.
I don't know where we are, what we are. But
The feeder club.
Man City needs to get relegated.
No. The feeder club thing. Let me go back to that, right? No, seriously, I'm not going to crack no more jokes. Well, the thing is,
What's my man coming in there, Man City?
you got on it.
Hey, Man City's in the house.
Because it's seen as an
You can't be talking about me so much when I don't come on, bro. What's going on here?
I never said a word about your damn team,
You're
alright?
talking about your top dog.
Can't be talking
I
about
speak
me so
about
much
no
when I'm
mama.
not here, man.
No, but look at your name on the dog.
Yeah. Let's, please, guys, let's stay on course. Yeah. So you were saying
Right,
something.
Go on.
Big up everyone, by the way. It's been a funny show.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's just seen as an unfair advantage, isn't it? Because where Man City, the Chelseas, they have their money where they can. It's not the fact that they get feeder clubs; it's the fact that they get other top clubs in other leagues. So it's seen as an unfair advantage. That's why it's seen as kind of like horribly and like not seen on. But the thing is, if they do it like that, if every other club had a feeder club, then it wouldn't be probably such a bad thing. But the fact that they changed the whole system about 10 years ago, and you're not supposed to have one. It's just that it's where they constant rule flipping, man. And then they just need to put it one way once and for all and make everyone stick to that standard. Because at least when it comes to Chelsea, when it comes to our rule breaks, like the one with the transfer, which has been brought up, where we had the ban and we had the contracts, at least we've done the crime and done the time. So I don't want no one, like, you can't get tried for the same crime twice. So if you want to move on now, all the charges that are getting brought against us are ones that we've brought to the governing body's attention ourselves. Don't
Yeah.
read all the head. Oh, the Daily Mail found that the Chelsea are cheating. Shut the fuck up. You didn't find out nothing.
The
All right?
Daily Mail or the
It was
Sun.
all, yeah, bro. No, but it's the thing. This is the headlines.
Yeah.
Chelsea to get relegated. You guys don't know diddly squat. We handed it from our accountants to the FA Community Board or whatever it is, and that's it. It didn't go through the Daily Mail. It didn't go through the Daily Star. And I'm not being funny. Going to what Oni's point was earlier, right? They'll never relegate Chelsea and City for 2 Are you really going to take two of the main reasons out why people watch the bloody Premier League in the first
I don't understand. And who are you
Bruv,
going to bring up? Tweedledee and Tweedle Sunday League.
Luton could be the new
Please,
top four, bruv. Come on.
please.
Yeah.
Super
No,
Sunday and all that stuff. It goes bigger than this. It's a
no,
lot bigger than this.
see, yeah, Wolfie, yeah, see, when you bring out this type of argument, yeah, then you now bring in classicism into
Yes.
football, and
Yes.
and,
Yes.
and you see it, and you see it, you're given an express right, yeah, to people who believe that they can flout the laws to just go
Everton.
around and
This-
flout the laws without no consequences. There's always cause and effect. If
Let
you
me-
know you can't do the time, don't do the crime. If teams like Juventus have been thrown out of Europe for definitely cooking the books and accounting problems, yeah,
Mhm.
who's
That was
Chelsea and
Tony,
who's
different allegations. That was bribery.
Onome,
Bribery is
please,
different.
Onome, please. Let's have parliamentary, sequence in this. I'm talking. Don't cut into me. Don't cut into others. I won't cut into yours. See, yeah, if Juventus have gotten problems in their own league in Serie A and they've been docked, if AC Milan have been docked, if all these big teams, yeah, in at least in the Serie A, that's my big example, have been docked, points thrown out of Europe, been disgraced in their own league. Why can't it happen in this league? Who is Man City? Who is Chelsea Football Club? Is it big? Is it bigger than than Liverpool? Is it bigger than Manchester United? Everyone should be held accountable if you commit a crime. That's all I'm saying. But if you guys think that okay, some clubs are bigger than the others, some should be able to commit crimes and don't have any consequences. I hear you, no problem. Onome, what do you think about what just happened? Of course, the 20 Premier League sides just voted for clubs that own sister clubs to be able to loan players from these teams. What's your take on that?
I think with all these things, right, is us as football fans, we don't know how deep this football thing runs, right? It runs very deep. So you guys are all saying, and we can all see, and we can all think that, oh yeah, that's wrong. Why should they be able to loan players or whatnot, whatnot? But if us, the clubs concerned themselves, and they voted and said, nah, that's fine, right? Because they know that eventually their club might get as big as that to own clubs, and they want to be able to be able to do that, right? They're not going to stop that from happening, right? When you talk about the Juventus case and Italian football, that is a prime example. Different situations and different stuff anyway, because that was to do with bribery. People actually went to jail for that, right? That was to do with bribery. That's completely different. And also, if you think, right, a few years back, it was the competition for who's the biggest league in the world was kind of close between Spain, Italy, and England. It was close, right? All of a sudden, England pulled away, Spain was and Italy was and that was one of the reasons why Italy was bang, not fully watched anymore. Spain as well, with the Barcelona going broke and stuff like that, right? England over here, they have a duty to protect that name and that saying of we are the best league in the world. So no, there's not going to be any disgracing of these teams getting relegated and stuff. I'm not saying a crime should not be punished or anything like that. Hear me out. I'm just saying we don't know how deep all these things go, right? So I'm not one that's going to comment and say, oh yeah, Man City doing anything wrong. I have no clue about the charges or anything like that. All I'm saying is, just from a neutral point of view, just from a league point of view, when you talk of, it used to be Super Sunday, then they made this Grand Slam Sunday. If you remember when the top four played, Man United against Liverpool and Chelsea against this, right? Grand Slam Sunday. There is TV and stuff. One of the reasons why England will not go on the Christmas break is because guess what? That is when the most money is raked in. Give you another example. When COVID happened, everybody was losing their frigging mind without football on TV. What was the first thing they brought back? They found a way to get football back on the TV for people to keep people sane. It is a business. It is run a certain way that we don't know all the ins and outs of it, right? Yes, we want to say, oh yeah, this, that, and the other, but the business side of it cannot be taken out of football. That is what football is right now. Football is a business and has always been for a long time, but it's showing even more now that it's a business.
It's become a franchise,
But
not
but again, it's also
A
a business
franchise,
in
yes.
Italy. But again, it's also a business in Italy. It's also a business in Spain. And the last time I checked, Barcelona, their wings have been clipped because they've been having lots of financial problems. Of course, they've also dabbled into lots of financial irregularities. That football club have been clipped up from signing players. See, it might be different problems they're facing, but I'm just saying that in as much as these institutions are also big institutions, no matter what they've also committed, these people also have they also have pride at stake. They also have TV money at stake. They also have uh, see I'm not trying to pitch the Premiership against the Spanish La Liga and saying it's big or it's bigger. I'm not all about that. All I'm just saying is that it doesn't matter if it's a big club or not a big club, or if it's the club that people want to watch or want to see. If you commit the crime, you have to get at least you have to get something. You have to get something. You
So,
don't just
I'll say something.
you don't just have you don't just have the right to say nothing is gonna happen because we provide entertainment to the league.
So can I just,
Yeah,
can I
yeah,
just say
Rod.
something? Can I just say something? To be honest, Dave, this notion at the end of the day that if Man City and Chelsea get relegated, so that they get relegated from the league at the end of the day, right, and the league, that nobody will watch the league. That notion is, I'm not being no disrespect to anybody in the panel, but that notion is rubbish. You know what I
I'm
mean?
not saying nobody's going to watch the
Oh,
league.
listen, let me finish. Let me finish. Yeah, because I let you talk and I didn't say nothing, kept quiet, and everybody was talking.
Yeah, but you're saying something that I didn't say.
No,
I didn't say no one's going to watch the league.
wait.
You get your chance at the end. You get your chance at the day to rebut it when I finish. That's what I'm saying to you. I kept quiet when you was talking, even though I disagree.
All right,
with
let's land in points
you
then.
know what I mean? So let me talk, and you know what I mean. Just chill.
Go on.
So what I'm saying is at the end of the day, is like,
It's nothing. It's nothing. It's just part of Onome's game. He likes to put people off sometimes, so
yeah.
it doesn't mean it in
Tony, bro, let him land, man.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
what
No,
I'm
I'm just
saying
I'm just explaining. It's not like Onome really meant it. It's just how he does. He tries to put people off sometimes, but yeah.
Yeah. So this notion in there, to me, in there, as I said, no disrespect to anyone in the panel, and then it is rubbish. People are still going to watch the Premier League. They're still going to watch it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Now, if at the end of the day you do wrong, at the end of the day, right? Yeah, you should be held accountable for what you've done. Yeah, no matter how deep it goes, and no matter how not deep it goes, you should be held accountable at the end of the day for what you've done. Yeah. So what we're saying is this: Man City at the end of the day has got 115 charges against them. Yeah, ranging from 2010 to now. Yeah, they're not doing anything about it. One of the charges at the day that was supposed to happen and was they're supposed to get banned from like the Champions League, from Europe and everything that, right? Yeah. Well, they appealed against it, and they say that because the time is sort of like has gone, and then right, we can't be held accountable for that. Yeah, right. So they won the appeal, but it was kind of like a funny way of they won the appeal, right? But they won the appeal. But now we're hearing it in the day, like with Tottenham now, they're going to go back to 2008. That's 2 years before, and then right, Man City was doing their sort of like crookery, if you were, or want a better word. That's 2 years before. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So basically, right, you're not going to go back. You're not going back 5 years, yeah, 5 or 6 years, yeah. You're going back 15 years, right? That's 15 years. You're going back. That's probably the last time at the day that Tottenham actually won something 15 years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, when you've got a system like this in the day, right, it's either got to be fair or unfair. Yeah. If it's fair, we do our shit. Everybody's accountable for what they do, and blah 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 blah. If it's unfair, well, don't say it's fair when it's unfair, because at the moment in the day, I don't see fairness at the day in the Premier League, and that will not just mount down to sort of like certain things the clubs do. It's even VAR, referee decisions, and all sorts of stuff. We can be here all night and talk about certain things. But if you do something as a club, as an owner, right, and it's against the law of the actual sort of like the league that you're in, you have to be held accountable. There's no like getting away with it. You're held accountable. And so far, when you look at it, yeah, Mancity have not been held accountable for the 115 charges that they've got against them. That's what we're saying in everything, and that's what I always say. People can dress it up and say it's something else, and say it's this and say it's that. But I just see it this way in the day. You've committed 115 offences against the league and from that, right? You need to be held accountable for at least 10 of them. At least 10. You have to be held accountable. And that's me. Simple as. That's me.
Before Oni replies, because I know Oni's going to want to speak. So just before, going back to what Tony said a minute ago about why don't you see this sort of thing in Italy and France and Spain about the other leagues. One thing that's drastically different in England, and I want people to bear this in mind. One thing that's drastically different between England and all other countries is, at least even in Spanish clubs like your Valencias and stuff, even some of the bigger clubs, there's still a fan influence on the board. Okay, there's always fan representation in all of these clubs. Even go over to the Italian clubs. Most of them are still Italian owned. They got Maratta in charge, or Marazzi, or someone like that. That's the reason why British football has lost its identity, and that everyone's like, "Oh, it's not as good as what we thought it was." Go on, Nani.
My thing is, right, first of all, I never said nobody will watch the league, right? Because people will watch the league. Nobody said if Man City and Chelsea wasn't there, nobody will watch the league. That I never said that. My thing is, when we talk about when people are talking about this, I'm talking about the punishment, right? I'm talking solely on the punishment that everybody is going on about, right? And I'm saying to people, check yourself very well and check your wardrobes and your cupboard very well. Do you really think that the punishment will be relegation? I don't think the punishment will be relegation for these two teams, considering the league, considering England being the best league in the world and stuff like that. They will do everything in their power to protect their own, right? Take for example, when Chelsea was I don't know the whole details. Obviously, I'm not a fan of that club, but I think at one point when Chelsea was going through the stuff, the government stepped in, right? Because at the end of the day, this is still an English club, whether it's owned by a foreign owner or whatever. This is still an English club. So the government stepped in and said, no. You know, they can play, they can do this or they can do that. Right? It's still an English club. So my thing is, the punishment will not be relegation. It won't happen. I just can't see the punishment be relegation. That's all I'm saying about it. I don't know like I said, I don't know the ins and outs. I'm not going to start speculating that, they did this, they didn't do this, they didn't do this, they didn't do this. But the notion of saying, or what I heard Tony say, strip them off the titles, give it to Liverpool and give it to Arsenal. All of that, I don't see that happening. I personally do not see that happening.
It's not the first time they are stripping titles away in the.
Look at Everton, man.
They've done stripping of titles before. They've done these things before in other leagues. Why?
In other leagues, never in England.
Why is this league so special that they can't do it?
They got stripped in England.
Why is it so special that they can't do it? Who's Man
City? Who got stripped in England?
Somebody stripped in England before.
Luton Town
got stripped.
No way.
That's why they ended up at the day.
In the Premier League.
There was in the Championship.
Okay.
In the Championship. But that's why they ended up at the end of the day, right?
And England's been the only
like down in conference in the day. They ended up down there in the end. Do you know what I mean? Because of like financial irregularities in the day. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Now,
I guess we'll just have to go on.
What I'm saying,
I'm sorry. Shout out to everyone who is in the chat here, please, because we're so many. I can't really be reading the charts, but big up to each and every one of you who are in the chat.
Big
Great
up
Chelsea
everyone.
friend.
DJ,
Big ups to
Marina,
Christopher King.
Jamie,
See,
my G,
that's a great
Oregon.
guy. Yeah, typical Arsenal fan. I love that guy. Great guy. Bro, man. Chris, when are you gonna come? When are you gonna come down to the channel, man? Big ups to you,
You
man,
go
Mr.
come on
King,
one
man.
day.
Big ups, man. Yeah.
I
Someone was
guess
saying
we just
something.
have to. I guess we just have to wait and see what the when these things are going to be brought forward to start with, and what the punishment is going to be, and it'll be very interesting to know where they want to dock these points from, which season they want to dock these points from, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So it's obviously going to be very interesting, but I know appeals upon appeals upon appeal is going to take years. That's why I'm not even stressing myself over all of that, to be honest. But one thing I do know, I can't see the punishment being relegation. Yes, it is going to be it might be a points deduction, might be banned from 2 transfer windows for not signing players again and stuff. Something like that is what it's going to end up being, and everyone's going to go on about how disappointed they are and
But
stuff like
again,
that. But
but
football
again,
will
it's a
carry on.
hundred. But again, it's 100. And see, yeah, on a Messi, Nas, look into this. Yeah, it's 115 charges we're talking about here. Yeah, just one charge gave Everton 10 points deduction. Let's don't deviate from what just happened. Yeah, that's enough to send a team into relegation in some quarters. Yeah, if you so if let's
I see it the other way
for
around
instance.
though.
No. But for
Like
instance, if
Everton only got a 10-point deduction, and that's a
for
nobody.
instance, if 20 of those charges stick, that's minus that's minus 200 points. What are we talking about? Isn't that enough for
Yeah.
relegation?
I like
No,
how you calculate that.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's
I
about
had I
200
had one of the
points.
charges
So
is
what
the
are we
grass
talking
wasn't the
about?
grass was too
What
long.
is good for the
Yeah,
goose
yeah,
is
I
good
would say
for the
this is a lot
gander.
of assumption.
So
If
let that one
Man
stick.
City,
Let
if
that one
Man
stick and see what
City,
happens with that. Give us
if
10 points
Man
deduction for
City
that.
cheated, and see, this is my problem. Yeah, this is my problem. Wolfie, this is my problem. Rods, this is my problem. Man City fans are out here laughing. I'm seeing what they're posting everywhere.
They are, yeah.
MCFC Dabs was posting lawyers or something like that. That
Dax
they're
is trying
gonna
to jokes. He's
elongate
doing
the
the
change.
office
But we
with
don't
Man
we
Well,
City
don't
and
really know,
Chelsea.
Tony. Who are we to know
so
this? We don't know these things. We're just
so
chatting.
posterior.
hold on. Let the man speak. Let the man speak. Go on.
See, yeah, so posterious, and see, yeah, it means that even if they've committed these crimes, yeah, allegedly, even if they've committed these crimes, there's still something in there that tells them we are not gonna be docked. Nothing is gonna happen to us, and that is the very thing that angers me. Not even in the crime
Yeah.
itself, not even in the fact that they cheated, but in the fact that they feel that they've bought the Premier League and that nothing is gonna happen.
You
They're
need
all
That's
I,
what
laughing
hurts me.
online. He's right, on Twitter. The Man
Yeah,
City
they're
fans are
laughing
making
yeah,
memes.
but
on
but
And
Twitter.
a
They're
lot of them
making
are like,
memes. They're
oh, you get
laughing.
out of
They're
here.
having
OG,
You
fun.
get out of
They're
here. And
having
then
a
yeah, but
Chelsea and
jumping
Man
league.
OG,
City are
They're
stuck in the
laughing.
classroom.
yeah, but OG, like, what do we? Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, what do we know? We don't know. When it
It's
comes down to
true.
the nitty gritty of everything, when they go to court and everything, the fans' opinion, what we say, what people are saying online or whatever. I'm not online, as you know. What people are saying online will mean squiddle d. It won't mean anything. So people can say what they want to say and stuff. Tony, you can't get angered by these things. You just roll with the punches. Just see
Right.
what happens when it comes. Don't
You
get
know,
angered by these things. Do you
Can I,
understand? Don't let
you know,
these things. Don't let these things get under your skin. Just leave them alone to chat what they want to
Right.
chat. Like, we don't know.
you
Ollie,
know
Ollie,
some, you know someone because I got to go in a minute because I got a show at 9 o'clock, so I got to get up.
Yeah, sure,
I
man.
got some stuff.
we've all got to go at 9 o'clock because he's got a show as well.
Bloody
Yeah,
hell, I'll
Yeah,
tune in
sure,
there.
sure.
but
Sure,
it will
sure.
happen. It will happen, right? I'm not actually saying in the day, right, that Man City going to get relegated. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? I'm saying if it's a situation that they do get relegated after that, you know what I mean? You have to just hold that. You just have to hold that. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
And what I was saying as well, and Dave, right, is it's slightly unfair at the end of the day that sort of like the FA and they can come after sort of like, Everton at the end of the day, we're giving them 10 points, pushing down the relegation from that, right? And now they're going after Tottenham, and now they're going after Chelsea and all they're going after people. They're not going after Man City. Do you understand what I'm getting at? That's my point.
Yeah.
That's one of my biggest points that I would say. Now, to me, and they like, you know, it doesn't matter how deep it is. It doesn't matter how undeep it is, and everything like that, right? You have to be responsible for what you've done. You have to be. That's just the way it is. You have to be responsible for what you've done. And it should be at the end of the day, right? A situation that no team should be bigger than the league. Do you know what I mean? Yeah? No team should be bigger than the league. If you do something, anything, you know what I mean? Even my club. If my club do something and they have to hold an L, do you know what I mean? Or something like that, I'm saying, yeah, you know what, then hold that, brother. Hold that. You shouldn't do it. I'm not biased like that. Everybody in the day should be subjected to the same punishment.
Rules. Yeah, the same
sort of like one rule for one and one rule for the other. It shouldn't be like that. But at the moment, what we're seeing in the day, we are actually seeing that when it comes to Man City. I mean, I don't hate Man City. I don't hate them. You know what I mean? You know, because I don't really hate
I don't like them. I know you don't like them. You have this chip on your shoulders, and it hurts. I even love Chelsea more than them. I want to see those guys crash and burn, man. They're too proud.
Wow.
I don't like them, man. They're too proud.
Because I got ducks. I got ducks now.
Big up, Rods, man. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah,
big up, Rods, man. Rods, please shout out your channel, man. And again, you have to.
Let me just say one last thing. On this matter. I don't hate any club at the end of the day, right? Yeah. You have a dislike, and then because rivals and so forth and whatever. But what I'm trying to say is in the day is this: every club in that league at the end of the day, right, should be subjected to the same responsibilities, and it's a responsibility to hold up the law of the league and everything. Because what if there's not anything like that? What will happen? We'll just go back to Fergie days. We're just going to go back to Fergie days in the day when he can do anything that he wanted because he was sitting on the board of the Premiership. Do you understand what I'm saying? I mean, in the meantime, listen, right? Thank you for inviting me on the show.
Please shout out your channel, man.
I will. Listen, if you want me next week and if I'm there, just shout me.
Yeah, we'll bring you next week, man. We'll bring you next week, definitely.
So,
shout out your channel, man.
Yeah, man. Channel's Anfield Uncle Rods on YouTube. Yeah, come and find me there. I'm always chopping up with these guys here. Big up Wolfie. Enough respect goes out to you. Big up Nas. We do the Red and Blue show together. Big up Tony, my brother, for a long time. Do you know what I mean? Big up my man Oz as well because he was rocking with me back in them days as well. When we used to do panel debate show on a Saturday night.
Yeah, he used to come around. Yeah, that's where I saw him from. Actually,
my man, you know, he was rocking me from way back when we used to do 5 or 6 hour shows.
But now he's too proud. He's a Man City fan.
Nah, man, he's a good youth, man. I love you, man. Nah,
too big.
No. Listen, he's not styling nobody. He's a good guy. I love the guy, man. I don't love the guy. When I had like a little, when man had a little sort of like subscribers and from that, right, then man was coming in and supporting me and showing love. You know what I'm saying? And
great guy.
I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that from that brother. There.
Big up, man.
Big ups on that.
Respect.
We're always good. We're always going to be good. We'll have a debate. It may get heated, but we're always going to be good. We're always going to be good. Trust me.
Rods, just a quick one. You see my title? Nervous. You know why that is, isn't it? We're playing Liverpool this Saturday. I'm always nervous.
Quiet there.
That's the only team. That's the only team I fear. That's the only team I fear. No disrespect to anybody else. That's the only team I fear.
We already stuck 4 past you, so we know what the story with us is anyway.
Exactly, and I already
you underestimated us, eh?
Yeah, I understand what it means by that because I've already beaten him this
brother.
It's a marathon, guys, not a sprint.
I'm
coming from the guy with 131 charges about it's a marathon and not a sprint. You're on cocaine, man. You're taking steroids. What are you talking about?
Rods, please shout your channel, man.
I will do. Let me talk to the Man City, but I'm doing a thing tomorrow night, a preview and everything that, right, with Patrick. He's another Man City fan and everything. If you want to join and everything that, right, let me know and everything that. I'll send you the link, big man. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Right. So you can find me on Anfield Uncle Rods doing a lot of stuff with these guys here. Also doing watch along shows. Panel debate shows, etc. and everything that. So come in, show some love and support and that. Do you know what I mean? You'll find me there. You also find me on Twitter, Anfield Rods on Twitter, and Anfield Uncle Rods on Instagram. So, guys, peace and love and respect, man. Big up you guys.
Ledge FC have just subscribed to Mr.
Big
Rod.
up, big
So
up,
thank
yeah.
you, Ledge FC, man.
Big
That's
up,
our
big up,
guy,
Big up.
man. Big
Listen, I
ups to
love
him,
you.
man.
I love you guys to the bone, man. Love you guys to the bone. Great
Mm.
streaming and from that. Keep on
Love,
grinding.
bro.
Man.
Bless up,
Big
Uncle.
ups,
Take care.
big
Yeah,
ups,
man.
man.
Much love and
Big
respect.
ups,
Much
man.
love and respect.
Big
Bless up.
ups, big ups, Rod. Yeah, one love. See ya, guys. Yeah, let's go through this quite quickly. The games this weekend, the FA and all the things have gazumped, and international football has gazumped most of our discuss down here. Heated one here, guys. See, Nas, Manchester City, Liverpool. Talk to us, man. Let's do this before 9 o'clock.
Well, the fact that that game is, if I'm right, it's early game, right? They made
Yeah,
an
early
early
game.
kickoff, so
Yeah.
that it's like putting a wet blanket on anything. Everyone's still a bit tired. The energy's low, whether you're a fan or footballer. I'm not a big fan of it. It has a high consistency rate of being either not boring, but yeah, boring. It is mainly boring, low scoring games, mainly draws. So I can see a draw happening. And
Okay.
I'm not sure if Onome will take a draw right now. The way he sounds
Mhm.
unconfident makes it seem like he will take a draw right now. But if I was Man City, I'll definitely want to get points after last week.
Prediction for that game.
I do see a draw. I see a 1-1 draw. You know,
Okay.
Liverpool on good early kickoffs as well. What do you think,
Mm.
Onome?
Onome, how about you? How do you see that game going? Shout out to Oregon Guna. Big ups to
Big
you,
up,
Oregon
man.
Guna.
So
Oregon
then
Guna
get bad everywhere they go. We love
brother.
that song, right?
It's our
I
brother.
shouted that
It's
day
our
in about
brother.
10 minutes
Shout
ago,
out
but
to
no one
you. You
heard.
know we love you, Oregon Guna, man. Yeah, Onome, please take us to Liverpool, Manchester City quickly, please.
Nas, you're wrong, man. I'm not taking no draw. We're playing at home. We're City, man. We've got 24 games in a row in our home ground. 5 years unbeaten in the Champions League in that home
Bro,
ground.
not so
That is
nervous.
that is the Lions Den.
Wolfie, Wolfie's laughing his heart out.
What I'm saying in terms of nervousness is there are certain games, and Wolfie, I told you in your channel the last time, there are certain games that I am not comfortable when I'm watching them.
Oh,
You
right.
understand? And this is one of the games that I'm not comfortable when I'm watching it. My heart rate does not do well in these games. Chelsea game and Liverpool game, my heart rate is all over the place. I start sitting on top of my chair. I go to different positions.
Side of it.
Very
Start
soon
shadow
I'll get
boxing.
very soon I'm gonna get a ladder up in there, climb a ladder. Something. If you see me when I'm watching these games, you will know why I say I'm nervous. Because at every attack that Liverpool attack, whenever I'm playing against pace, whenever I'm playing against a front three that is as ruthless as Liverpool's front three, as ruthless as Chelsea front three, whether you want to call them blunt or whatever you want to call them, I am nervous. It does something to me. That's what I mean by nervous. In terms of the game, I'm very confident in my team that we're gonna get the win. But when Man City play games that we don't have the possession of the ball, I'm always nervous. I can't do the back and forth, right? I am used to Man City getting possession of the ball. I can relax my heart rate. I know what's happening. Before the play happens, I can see the play happening. Before you do what you want to do, I can see who's covering to come and defend. I can read the game before the game plays. But in a Liverpool game, it's so back and forth. The transition is so quick, and Trent Alexander-Arnold can just play one pass that cuts out the whole of Man City defense, and Salah's in. The nervousness that I faced when Salah, when the last game at Anfield, when Salah got through 1-on-1, you couldn't imagine. Do you know what I mean? So that's what I mean by nervous. In terms of the game, of course we're winning the game. We're gonna win the game. It will take a team like Liverpool to come and beat us, but we are winning the game. Liverpool concede a lot of chances, and when you concede a lot of chances, City are that team that will take chances, and that's just how I feel about it. 3-1 City.
3-1 City.
Yes.
Wow,
Boy,
the
not even
chest.
2-1.
The chest.
1-0.
See, Wolfie, what do you think? Man City, Liverpool.
Well, I think. Do you just read that super chat that Ola just sent you, by the way?
Yeah, Ola, oh, big up
I don't
to you,
even get
Ola,
it.
man.
I don't think it's
Founder
Ola.
again, man. It's Ola, man. It's Ola. He has said some things. I know it's Ola, man. It's
Well,
only Ola that can say
I
certain
just
things.
sent in the link from
I'm
my
appalled
one.
Tony just aired,
It's
man.
too late then. Well, I'll see if he comes on.
Just Colin.
Well, please, I just sent in the link. If he comes on, we can just say sorry to him. Well, not I say sorry. I noticed, but he can say sorry. He's the blasted. No, joking. No, but in
One of
terms
these days.
City, it's one of those
Big
ones.
ups,
Yeah,
Oregon.
honor me.
Gunner.
What
Oregon
time?
Gunner, we love you down here, man. We love you, man. Get back on.
Yeah, he's always there. He's a
Stronger,
G, man. I need on
man.
the show with
Big
you.
ups, man. He's a
Oh,
G.
what you
Yeah.
say?
Yeah, man. I say, what time do you watch the? Is there a time difference with you? You're in the UK, innit?
He's
Yeah, I'm in
UK.
London, bro.
Yeah, that's it. You're blessed, man.
What?
Your
All
best
this time I
12:30 is
thought I
cash for
was in
you.
Africa and all that, like that. What?
Bro, no, I thought he was in America
Africa?
or something.
What the?
No,
Nah,
he's in
I'm in
I'm in
London, bro.
Africa. How about that?
he's in
Hey,
the
bro,
UK.
if this guy's down the road from me, yeah, and I'm sitting here talking to the man over the internet,
Don't
Dog,
don't you
I
know
was
that
thinking, does he
I
wake
was at
up
this
like
I was at the City
11:30
versus
or
I went to
whatever?
the City versus Arsenal game.
yeah,
Then you wasted your money and time.
Well, it's free tickets.
Oh,
Okay, if it's, I'm joking, bro. That's
I'm
a
always
big
happy
fucking
to
game. I wish I
happy
could
to
go.
see
I'll
my
go
team
as a
play.
neutral.
back to the
Wolfie, Man City, Liverpool.
thank you. Like 2-2. Because I do think both teams have the same weakness, the crap at the back.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I'm not being funny. As much as I know Ollie's thinking this, as much as Liverpool are great going forward, they're terrible defensively. And I think the same applies to City as well. Because I'm not being funny. That was more or less their best defense against us. And we
One-off game, bro. It was
Yeah,
a
one
one-off
off,
game.
man.
What do you
It
mean?
was a
It's a
one-off
one-off.
game. We'll consider that
Wait.
much.
Liverpool have a better attack than us.
But no, I'm saying it's a one-off game. We'll consider that much, bro. If you look
Alright,
on the table, goal difference in terms of goals scored and
Alright.
goals conceded, we're still
Yeah.
plus 20 above everybody else,
Alright,
which means we're not the top scorers in the league, but we've also considered
I
less.
never
Stick
asked.
Mac.
No, and I never said about no top scorer or nothing like that. What I said was Liverpool will be looking at your defense, licking their lips, just like you'll be looking at their defense. That's why I said
Exactly,
and that's why I'm nervous in the game.
exactly,
That game
exactly.
is
You just
back and
considered
forth.
4 goals, but again, Onome, you have to agree. You just considered 4 goals. Your defense ain't looking good. You
good.
had players that legitimately went to the internationals. They'll be
Your
coming back
defense beat you against Tottenham.
knackered and tired. Come on, man. You have to agree to this, man. Your defense is not looking good. And Liverpool will be licking their lips right now, getting ready to have a big fight.
Because don't forget, they
When
beat
City
you.
comes to
They
town.
can leapfrog you, can't they? If Liverpool beat City, they
Yeah,
can leapfrog
of
you.
course, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. How about Doku is licking his lips right now, about to play against Trent,
That's a
who
Liverpool
also comes
goal.
in
Yeah.
midfield. You know what I mean? So we're licking our lips as well. So this is
That's why
this is what
said
I mean about the
2-2.
Liverpool versus City game.
2-2.
Is whoever scores the most. Do you know what I mean? Whoever scores the most. So how many chances are we going to create? How many chances are they going to create? Whoever scores the most. If Haaland's playing, whoever scores the most win the game. It could be it could be a 3-2, a 4-3 or whatever. But I
Salah
think
versus Haaland.
at home we're scoring more than Liverpool at home. That's why I say 3-1 City.
Haaland. Oh my God.
Okay, see ya, guys. Newcastle versus Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Chelsea slapping them up. Chelsea, I'll start that one off. Chelsea are slapping up
Coming
Newcastle.
from the Man City.
The confidence that Chelsea are, you know me, man. I'm a lover of football first, right? Before anything else. The confidence that Chelsea are taking into this game after playing like that against City and stuff. And I tell you one thing, right? And you all know I'm a big, massive Raheem Sterling fan, right? And in that game, I reckon what was said to Raheem Sterling would have been Poch putting his arm around him. And this is what Raheem Sterling needs. This is what people don't realize about Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling is that player that you put your arm around Raheem Sterling and you say to him, listen, you're my guy, you know. Poch would have put his arm around him and said, listen, you're my guy, you know. When I used to be Tottenham manager, you used to make me sleep less at night. You smoked my life. I will be front and honest with you, Sterling. You gave me nervous times, right? So hear this now. You're playing against City. You're my guy now. Like, this team is your team. I want you to do what you need to do and just go on, just go and play. Free yourself, go and play. Right? That's what would have been said to Sterling. And when Sterling hears those words, when Sterling can pick up that ball and hears those words, he is so scary. It's unreal. Can you imagine you're the defender playing against it? Bro, before he even picks up the ball and run at you, your hamstring is already gone. And by the way, Kyle Walker is way faster than Trippier. How on earth is Trippier going to cope with this guy on Saturday? And Newcastle got
tripping all over, mate.
So what's your prediction for that matchup?
3-1
Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea.
Yes, away from home. Yes.
St. James Park. Wow.
Newcastle conceded too many goals to start with, and they don't have the first team player. They got a lot of injuries.
They got 10
Anyway,
Chelsea are
that's true.
firing.
11 players. Anyway,
A lot of injuries. Chelsea are
I can
firing.
understand that. 11. No, I can understand. No.
It's half
You
a
just
squad.
said no. You just said something that resonates well with me. I really do think that they're losing out 11 players. Yeah, 11 players.
It's a no-brainer here.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer actually. See, Wolfie, do you have the same kind of chest that Onome's got?
No, it's not a no-brainer, bruv. Because from the time I see that Man City penalty against us, bro, when Haaland pulls Cucurella out of position, and when Cucurella grabs him back, it's a penalty the other way. Nah, man, I don't have no faith in the officiating in the Premier League. I'll be happy if we get out of there without losing, man. As long as no fuckery or stupidity happens, which normally does, by the way, particularly in our games, whether it works for or against us, there always seems to be stupidity in our games and controversy. So I want to see how that goes. Because one thing about Newcastle are a wounded animal, but the thing is that they're still
very wounded.
They are very but they're still at home and they've still got a good crowd behind them. Because I know a lot of people laugh when I say Newcastle are a big club, but if you actually look at
Newcastle is massive. Come on,
they're a massive club,
massive,
huge club.
You know, Newcastle is a copy and paste. That 52,000 they get there, bro. They are copied and pasted in that stadium every week.
The same
when they went to
guys.
the championship, when they went to the championship, every week they get the same number, the same people, the same everything. Every week they copy and paste it. They're a massive club.
Huge
So,
club.
Wolfie, what's your prediction?
I'm hoping that we can win it 1-0. I ain't gonna go no 3-1, but I'm
hoping.
Yeah.
Wow. With 11 of their
seven out.
injuries.
So
Wolfie, you know I got Chelsea finishing above Arsenal this season, right?
Oh, big take, hot take.
Nas, of course, Newcastle. Nas.
I mean, I'm confident as well. I'm very confident going into this. But I've been confident many times and we've lost or drew. So I feel like something has to happen early, man. We have to score a goal early. Or they have to get another injury on the field or something. But I feel like we're going to smash them. I feel like we're going to put 3 or 4 past them. But I've had this feeling before, man. Just looking at it on paper as well, I feel like it's a game we should win. We should win it comfortably as well. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win as well. I've been saying on a few places. I'm not going to change shit.
Win. Wow.
Yeah, I think it'll be 3-1, but we can mess it up. But that's what it should be. That's what it should be. We should concede 1 goal because Sanchez is Sanchez, and then we should get a few. Jackson get 1, Sterling at least 1, maybe an assist, and 1 of our defenders like we usually do.
Okay. What about Rod is back for some reason. He went out again.
He came to the wrong stream.
Okay, yeah. See, that's the final one before we all go out right now. Yeah, Arsenal is going to square up against Brentford, London Derby. See, guys, we are going to Brentford, so it's Brentford away. I'll start with you, Wolfie. What do you think?
That's a tough game. Thomas Frank knows what he's doing. He knows how to set up a team that will kick you and stuff. It's going to be the Newcastle repeat. Hopefully.
Wow.
No. I mean, in terms of game, not result. Not in result.
Okay.
In terms of game. They're going to be ugly. They're going to sit deep. They're going to counter you. They're going to muscle you. The only thing I'm worried about in terms of Arsenal is, let's be honest. If Kai Havertz, Jorginho, and Rice start in that midfield, you're going to get lunched.
Havertz might start in left back. Oh my god!
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. But at least he scored for Germany. You laugh.
At least he scored for Germany.
Like you laugh. You can't get a goal out of him up front.
Trouble, man. Why in trouble at Arsenal, man? Why in trouble?
But I'm not. If that trio starts, I'm glad I'm not doing a watch along for that one because that's going to be tetchy, bro. Like. Yeah. That's going to be one of the ones where Tony's going to be hitting the roof, boy. Because he's going to be nervous, bro. But Thomas Frank's a good manager, so...
So what's your prediction?
1-1. I'll go 1-1.
1-1 against Brentford. Okay. Nas. Okay, Nas will round it up for us because, of course, he is a co-owner of the show. Onome?
Brentford away. It's not gonna be.
Just bad luck. I know I've thrown hate against your team. Just wish me bad luck.
I don't listen. I talk facts. There's been times when I come on there.
Let's don't waffle. Don't waffle. Just throw us bad luck.
I talk facts how I see it, Tony. There's been times when you ask me about Arsenal and you've been nervous, and I said Arsenal gonna whoop them. So I talk facts, right? It's not gonna be an easy game for Arsenal away from home. It's gonna be a tight game. I think first goal in the game gives that team the confidence to actually structure their team and say, you know what, we've scored the first goal. This is how the game is going. This is what we need to do now, right? First goal is very important. If Brentford get that first goal, Arsenal become nervous. If Arsenal get that first goal, Arsenal become confident, if that makes sense.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Not Brentford become nervous. Arsenal become confident because I think for Arsenal right now it's a touch and go kind of thing. It's like they're almost there, they're not there. So it's like that first goal kind of either gives them the confidence to go on or gets them nervous if they concede. Or do you know what I mean? It's not the same belief as they had last season where you score against Arsenal last season, even go two
Mm.
down last season, you kind of know that yeah, we're gonna come back, we're gonna win. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's
Mm.
not like that this season. There's something kind of missing this
Yeah,
season a little bit. So
missing. Yeah,
I
sure.
think the first goal is vital. I'm good. I'm gonna go 2-1 either way. Either 2-1 Arsenal or 2-1 Brentford. But this score is gonna be 2-1. I don't know which way I'm gonna go. That's how tight the game is gonna be. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I can't say Arsenal gonna win 2-1. I can't say Brentford gonna win 2-1. But I think the score is gonna be 2-1.
See, Nas, what do you think, man? See, Arsenal should be beating Brentford, yeah, and Ivan Tony less Brentford. Come on, man.
Took the
This is
goalkeeper as well, mate.
and that's true, man.
But I'm telling you,
That's
like the
true.
only way I see Brentford winning is if Raya does something where it has to happen where the end of the game will be like, oh,
Raya might
Raya,
not
Raya,
play.
Raya.
Raya might not actually play because in
After
his
what Ramsdale
contract,
just said, he said I can't concentrate.
I think there's a clause in his contract that states he might not play
Not allowed
against
to play
Arsenal.
against your
I
So
don't
players.
know about that, man, because you can't even do it with loans anymore. I'm shocked you could do it with a transfer.
shout out
Big
football
up
fans.
football fans, man.
Shout
Big
out.
up, my
So
brother.
so what do you think, man?
Big up, man.
Honestly, I see you guys beating them easily, and everyone that thinks Brentford's will come out tough and rough and do something, they're gonna be so disappointed. And also gonna beat them easy, and we'll be like, and then I feel you get that game every now and then. You had against Sheffield not too long ago. You're gonna put 3, even 4 past Brentford, and then everyone's gonna hype up Arsenal, but then you'll play an actual big team again and maybe draw something. But I reckon you guys will smash Brentford as you're meant to. And honestly, with Jesus coming back, and if Trossard plays instead of Kai Havertz, they'll probably do it easy as well, man. I'm hoping, Brentford put a fight up, but I just don't believe in them, man.
Me personally, I just think it would be a hard fought 2-1 win. I don't think Arsenal have really, shaken off that bozo gin just yet. And it's Brentford. It's a hard team to go play in that stadium. Thomas Frank, I like that coach. Great coach too. But again, see, most Arsenal players have gone to into I've gone through this international games, yeah, and I feel we'll come back knackered. Yeah, how about that? I think we'll come back knackered. I think that we also look at Gabriel Jesus
That's what I think.
running about in that Brazilian match. Yeah, nah, I think he's going to come back with lack of fitness. Also,
Injuries to players on the pitch.
injury galores, man.
Yep,
Martinelli,
international break,
that
mate.
long flight, yeah, from South America coming back, yeah, from Brazil. It's gonna be a difficult one, man. But let's see. I hope we can we can just nick that one to just be 2-1. Yeah, and I still have my concerns about this coach, but again, let's see what's gonna happen. Yeah.
Hmm.
Onome, shout out where people could find you, my brother, man. We've come
Don't
to the
find
end of the
me.
show.
I'll look for you and I'll find you.
Exactly, man.
My
Wolfie,
G.
Wolfie.
I'm
Talk to
moving
those
that.
people. Where can they
I'm
find
moving
you,
that
man?
Omni, man. I'm the British government, brother. I'll find you when I need to. Like, you know what I mean? I'm moving that
Exactly,
Omni.
Oh, you're not using your real name, are
Don't,
you?
don't call us. We'll call you. You know what I mean? His real name's James Blonde. You know what I mean? Like all that. Nah, big up everyone. Good stream. Nice, lively one. Everyone kept it blessed. We
Mm,
had a bit of heated moments, but that's us as fans. But we kept it calm as
mm.
usual. Bless up everyone in the chat, the assembled bants, everybody that's been stopping in. Great fun today. You can catch me at Wolfgang Division. And if you want to talk about a bit more football today, I've done a stream with Warren TV, who's another Arsenal fan. He's a great dude, lovely man. Spoke with him for about an hour earlier. Great dude. If you want a bit of MMA as well, pop over there. I spoke with EFC bantamweight champion Terence Bellello,
Legend.
Black
Mm.
Panther. Big him up. Lovely guy. Very humbled me by talking to me. Nazi was there as well, my partner in
Future
crime.
UFC champ.
Hmm?
I said future UFC champion.
I weren't going to put that kind of pressure on him, but thank you for putting that one out there, But yeah, fair enough. But yeah, catch me at Wolfgang Division. Big up the lads. Thank you for having me.
Man.
Yeah.
This is another good
Um.
show, man, between me and
Yeah, man.
Tony.
Yeah, sure, man. Nas is gonna close the show for us. But just before then, me and Onome might come on Sunday because I won't be free on Saturday, so I will be missing that game. I'm traveling, so I won't be around. on Sunday, me and Onome might come back a little bit more earlier before I come back with the show with the big four. The big four guns too. So likely,
Yeah.
me and Onome might be on either on I think on Sunday. We should do something a little bit earlier before the night comes up, and then later at night the big four on Friday. Me and Deji Sports will be having our showdown on Friday. So, guys, you better check that one out. Nas, please close the show for us, man. Episode 2.
Yeah, man. Now,
We had
bro, on Saturday, you're
Onome.
missing Saturday.
We had Onome. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Man City fan who
Special guest.
came to bless us up today. Yeah, I never knew it was gonna pop in, but whenever he pops in, he tries to, he tries to look for my trouble, but
You have to say.
he
Find
try,
your weak spots
and
and
he
you
knows
expose
he
them.
knows I don't like his football club. He knows I don't like Man City. He knows.
Tony, you have to let your heart rate rest. You know, like you're worried about City so much. And
I'm
you know what?
worried
This is
about
you know
City.
what?
I want
So
them. I
just
want
when
them
you
to
close
get
the show, yeah.
relegated.
Just when you close the show. This is what City do to you. When you chase City and you try to win that title and they take it and they take that title back and take it off you, this is what they do to you. You then develop this hatred against them. Imagine how Liverpool
Not
feeling for
hatred,
5
not
years
hatred per
in a
se, but
row. You
I
know,
just don't like the
it's what
club.
they
I
do
don't
to
like
you.
the club. I feel you guys
They're
are
known
too.
for it.
You guys
They're
are
known
too
for it.
proud. You guys are too proud. You feel
I
nothing
don't.
can
But the thing
happen.
is, it's not
You
even
feel
a
like you have too
proud
much
though.
money and nothing can happen to you
No,
guys.
but it's not that.
You can
Okay,
commit
so
115. You can
who
commit
who started all
115.
this?
Oh,
Who
man.
started all
Hey,
this?
garlic bread,
Chelsea
man. I
started all
beg
Hey,
you,
this.
we
stop
were
that.
Roman,
rounding off the
FFP
show, and you
Roman,
just started another argument. Calm it down.
Roman started all
Hey,
this.
man's got
Roman
shows to
started all
go to.
this,
Do
not
the city
us.
thing.
We
I'm
just
City
starting
we
thing.
just
the
Come
build
on.
on
football
us.
fever.
We just
a
build on us.
hundred, a hundred
Roman
and
Abramovich
fifteen
started all
charges,
this.
115 charges, and you guys don't want to
100
get the
shot.
Please
consequences.
charge us for the grass. The
Nah,
grass is too long. Charge us for that. I want to see the
oh
charge
my
for that.
God,
They're
At
oh
moving
least
like
my God.
Jay-Z.
that's
Nah,
worth at
I
least
just
101
see you.
that's
charges
worth
with a
at
long
least 2 points
question
to
none.
our youth team. That's worth at least 2 points to our under 23s, who are also killing the league, by
Nas,
the way.
Nas, please close the show for us. Big up to
Oh,
everyone.
man, bro. With
Cluster,
that bombshell,
Ledge FC. Big up to you. Football band.
I
Big up
big
to
up,
Con.
man.
Big ups to
Bro,
you.
join us for the Saturday watch-alongs. Unlike Tony, me and Wolf will be probably ready to do a lot of those games. We'll probably the Chelsea game and maybe Man City Liverpool. See how I'm
It's a
feeling with
blue pill
Rods.
weekend. It's a blue pill weekend. Come on, come and join the
The
fun.
Blue
Blue
Pill
pill
weekend,
weekend.
brother. Yeah,
Come
man.
on.
FFP in the house, man. On that bombshell, we are gonna call it a night. It's a very 2 hour show. That flew by. Bloody hell.
Fucking
Yeah,
didn't
man.
for
Make sure you
me.
tune in again, guys, to all our channels and whatnot. Enjoy
Mm.
your garlic bread. Enjoy whatever
Peace.
else you guys are gonna eat. I've got a pizza in the fridge as well. That's me tonight.
Peace.
Peace.